Welcome to the Ska History Hour with your hosts, Jose Rojas.
Hello.
And myself, Daryl Rubio, wherein the purpose of this channel is to spread awareness of ska music and its subgenres to the world. Our guests today are members of Lone Raspberry from Placentia, California. We have Jeff, Ricky, Jamie, and Chris. Thank you all for being on here with us, for taking the time to share your stories and your music with the ska community. Please tell us a little about yourselves and your role in the band.
Well, Jeff, I
think I should start with Jamie. She's the star. Let's start with Jamie.
Come on, Jamie.
I don't hear audio.
You're muted, Jamie.
You're muted, Jamie.
Is that better?
Yes.
Oh, good. Hey, I'm Jamie. I'm the lead singer of Lone Raspberry. I joined the band as their second singer. They had a male singer very briefly, and they had auditions, and then I became their singer for 3 years, and it was like the best time of my life. I came from a musical family, and I sang at church first, and then I sang for Lone Raspberry, and that's all she wrote.
Hey Rick, what instrument do you play? That's what Daryl wants to know. What instrument?
I play guitar, I play vocals, and I play bass.
Nice.
Yeah,
so that's it.
Hey, there's more of a story there, Rick, which we're going to get into when we talk about how the band formed.
Oh,
about you specifically. All right, what about you? What about you, Colonier?
Sure. My name is Chris Colonier. For some reason, so Jeff likes to call. What would you say my role is in the band, other than the instruments I play?
Music director.
Yeah, for some reason, Jeff calls me the music director. I don't know what that means exactly for us, but as per usual, I'll take it. I've been called so many worse things, so music director, not that bad. I play trombone, and I do a little bit of backup vocals, and I do some keys. And I consider myself really lucky to have been able to do ska punk bands for a long time. But like the family, like the tree of like bands and everything, a lot of different places that I've got to do, check out, and people I've got to meet. But it all starts here. It all started with Lone Raspberry. This is the first band I was ever a part of, and then got to do lots of other fun stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love that.
My name is Jeffrey. A lot of people call me Dex. That's still a thing, even though I'm 49 years old, which is great, right? I'm, I guess, the guy who originally put Lone Raspberry together, and it became something way cooler than I could have imagined, thanks to the people here and the other guys who weren't able to join. I play trombone. I literally learned trombone because I wanted to be in a ska band, which is ridiculous. Which is why we had to hire Colonier and always had to have another trombone player basically to play my parts, so I could just, fake it while I was learning, But I also sing a little bit. Well, singing is a really strong word. More like get angry with a microphone involved, I guess. I don't know.
Nice. Well, I want to say it's so cool to interview someone from my hometown, Placencia. That's so cool. Yes.
Old school,
Plas, right? Placencia.
We are all from Placentia. We are all from like the same high school. When
El Dorado, right? El Dorado High School?
Yeah, El Dorado,
I went to Valencia. I'm sorry, but
the rival.
It's okay. No, it's all good.
This interview's over.
Yeah,
this interview's over. I can't help you.
The cool thing is that we went to each other, and we didn't even hardly ever know each other.
Jose and Daryl, I have to tell you something that's kind of personal. That now that we're kind of back together, we weren't really in each other's lives, or let's say maybe at all, for the last 29 years, and I haven't seen these guys in a long time. So, Rick, I'm going to out you. I'm going to out myself too. Maybe was that 3 or 4 weeks ago? We were driving to an event, an old high school reunion, and Rick was getting a little choked up. And then that night I was talking to Jamie and I got choked up.
Oh,
Colonia is a lot tougher than we are, so he didn't get choked up. But I'm sure Jamie's cried at least once, but
Yeah.
she didn't show it because of the mascara running and all that stuff. It's got to be behind closed doors. So
Yes, I have. I
yeah,
have.
it's been a very emotional journey so
I
far.
bet. I bet. I mean, I'm getting emotional right here, right now.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
get it
thing
together.
that- but I mean, like we're like family.
Yeah. I mean, it's like we grew up together because I mean, we were performing in bars when we were underage before we could even drive. I mean, and then we were learning to drive and and then we became of age. And just so many great things. And then we were in a recording studio, like who does that, right? And then we were the house band at the Roxbury. The Roxbury, you see that on SNL, and it's like so many awesome things. And then we were playing rooftop shows in Newport Beach, and like all these awesome things. When I look back and I tell these stories to people, and they're just like, "You did what?" And it just
That's so
like you
awesome.
had the coolest life, and I'm like, to me, it was like the norm back then. And people are like, I don't know if I believe you. But it's like, no, we really did. And so when I look back, I mean, these guys, they were my besties. And like Dex and Rick were saying, we hadn't talked in a long time. And like, we watched each other, kind of grow up and tour and all these things on Facebook. So we kind of felt like we were still in touch.
Mhm.
But to see these guys again, and do this, it's really remarkable. It's really awesome.
Yeah, that's way cool. Now, I want to ask you guys, where did the name Lone Raspberry come from? Is it from like the
Dex.
Lone Ranger? Like the Lone Ranger,
Dex.
Lone Raspberry, is it?
So if you're
Not far off.
trying to figure out like the worst band name ever, like Lone Raspberry would be a candidate, right?
What? It's
Yeah.
a good name.
So the story goes, which is true, it's more than urban legend. There's an old joke from a Cracker Jacks box that says, "What's red and rides a horse? Lone Raspberry." And I remember my sister and I, who's 6 years younger than me, we used to always like tell that joke to each other, just stupid. And so one day she came in and she told that joke when we were trying to think of band names, and I was like, "There it is,
Oh, shoot.
Lone
That's
Raspberry."
awesome.
That's it. We probably should have thought it out a little bit more, but for us, it worked, and we got a good
That's,
logo out of it, right? Our friend Anna drew that logo, and so anyway, that's the
it
reason.
is.
Yep.
That's
Yep,
awesome.
that's cool.
It's still amazing. Like
I'm going to use that now, that joke, and introduce you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
when he asked me, like he's like, "Do you want to do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And like he had like I still tell a story, but Jeff had like the raddest like straps on, and
Yeah, like braces.
yeah, his braces. And then I was like, "Okay, yeah." He goes, "Do you want to join a band with me?" I'm like, yeah." So that was it.
Yeah. So Rick, the other half of that story is I never put a band together. I didn't know how to play an instrument, but I was inspired by a couple different, things that were happening that summer. And so I saw Rick wearing, what shirt are you wearing? Ramones or something? I don't know.
No, the Smiths.
The Smiths. And so I asked around, "Hey, who in the guitar class is a good guitarist?" And someone said, "Oh, it's Rick Estrada." So I talked to you first. Then I went in the band room and I said, "Hey, who?" I literally didn't know anyone from that organization. "Hey, who in drumline wants to do it?" And this guy named Dave Keith is like, "I'll do it." Then I went to Colonia. Then I went to actually Steve Mann first because Chris, I didn't know anyone. And I was like, "Hey, you want to play trombone?" He's like, "I'm kind of a beginner. You should talk to Colonia." And so that worked out really well. The bass guy was a freshman that was in my photography class. And then he just kind of grew from there. And then again, what's that? Yeah, Matt. I couldn't remember his name. Yeah, that blonde kid. He was super cool.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, and then what happened is we got several horn players, like probably too many. Our first show. So what happened is we had my friend, his name is Elvis. He sang with us for a little bit. It didn't really work out, right? And then his name really was Elvis. It didn't really work out. And then Rick knew Jamie. And so Jamie came and we had quote unquote auditions, but basically she hit the mic and was like, "Okay, the auditions are over. We're not going to audition anyone else. This is like a done
Nice.
deal, right?" Because it's refreshing to have someone who actually can sing. It's great. And then we just started writing songs. And there's a couple other band members I really need to mention here, though, right? So my brother John, who's 8 years older than me, we had our first show, Lone Raspberry. We had our first show at El Dorado High School, which is insane. I don't know what we were thinking. I was in ASB at the time, so I was able to book it like on a Friday. And then I was really excited because my two older brothers, 7 and 8 years older than me, were both away at school, and they got home in the middle of the night, and they showed up to that show. They got the school was over, it's December, and they were sitting in the crowd. And very shortly after that, I hit up my brother John. I said, "Hey, we're losing our bass player. Can you help us out?" And he was like, "Sure." So he agreed to play with us, ragtag, like literally high school kids, and he was just graduated from college or whatever it was. And then not on the phone as well as a Johnny Troop played with Colonier. He's your same year, right?
Actually, I've got 2 years on Johnny, so he's 2 years
he's
younger than
that
me.
young?
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Okay.
Just a baby.
Yeah, he's a lot younger than us. He's a lot young. Anyway, we hit him up to play trombone for a New Year's Eve show. He learned the songs. We asked him to join. And then right around the courting time, Max Chantar, who's an incredible trumpet player, played in the jazz band with these guys.
Yes.
Amazing, right? Amazing. He'll be at their reunion show, by the way. And then the final member.
Allegedly.
Well, I know he told me he's going to be there. By the way, we're practicing.
I mean,
before.
I'm not trying to breathe that into existence. I'm just saying
I know.
we haven't practiced with him yet. I haven't talked to him, in like 29 years or so personally. So if you say he's coming, I'll be like, sure.
He swears he's going to be here for the practice and the show. And then James Cochin is our drummer, and he was our drummer for the last couple years. And he went on to play. He was in the Knuckle Brothers for a while. Went on to play with Bike Ride. He was in a couple different bands.
Wow.
He lives in Thailand right now, so he won't be able to make the reunion show. So we have Paul from GoGo 13 filling in. But yes, I'm so happy and excited to have these guys back in my life. Honestly,
Nice.
We are too.
Amazing.
Like seriously, Jeff. Like all of us are. Like when we got together. My gosh, like Paul is awesome.
yes.
Like when we walked in there, and then okay, it was like, okay, seriously, like John walked in, you walked in, everybody walked in, Jamie walked in, Chris walked in, and we're like, really? This is
It was like yesterday. It was like not a day that went by.
You know,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
time warp.
I
definitely.
was so nervous beforehand, and then you guys started playing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this sounds so familiar. No way.
Yeah.
It just felt so good to,
It's funny. I don't know what that says about us, but we're like, this sounds so much better than we thought it would. I don't know if that's a reflection on us. I don't know what that says about our mindset or our psyche, but I just remember talking afterwards. We're like, not bad.
Yeah.
I think it's more that we were like 15, 16, 17, 18, and then like even Paul goes like, you guys like wrote this stuff when you were like teenagers, and we're like, yeah. And then he's like, are you joking? Or we're like, not right now. I mean,
we're like, no, we're like, no, listen to the lyrics. You'll figure it out. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
he goes, you guys were a real ska band.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, thank you. That's a pretty good compliment.
Yeah.
Because we didn't think we were at the time.
And that was 1994, right? When you formed?
It was 93.
93.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got it. So,
Yeah,
and then, so Horn on the Cob was originally released in 96, released nowhere, basically. Nowhere in 96.
So,
But
yep.
something's happening with it, which may be Jose's next question.
Yeah, so your album has never been released on physical media, and just want to know why not. But until now, see, we got a little
Uh-oh.
here.
oh my gosh.
This feels very promotional, Jose.
I'm so proud. I'm
Very
happy to do
transactional
it. You
project,
guys, like I
yes.
said, hometown is like awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Jose, the fact we're all from the same spot, and the fact that you're willing to do this as your first release, and you trust
Yes.
us, and we trust you, it's great, dude. It's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I shared the same thing as Jeff. Like there are so many bands that we all went to high school with, and it's really weird to say. Like, seriously, we really went to high school with like so many amazing freaking bands, and then we played shows with them, and then like you doing this like for us, like it's like totally amazing. And it's like it's our hometown. When I first moved there, nobody liked me.
Really? What?
Yeah, no, everybody hated me.
So you found your people. You found your people, and
Yeah.
it was pretty awesome. Yeah, no,
And-
the third wave of ska was right there in Orange County
Yeah.
too, and like I felt like it really, like he really fit in. Like he was a rude boy, and he like it really invited him in. I just feel like he really flourished in it, and you did really good too. Like yeah, he's such an amazing guitarist too, and.
Once you found a group of people that tolerated you, you were good to go.
No, Jamie was seriously is seriously like a bad ASS. She's one of the most amazing vocalists ever, and that's when like everybody like kind of like got off on like not got off, but I mean like we all started like knowing each other, and it was like the weirdest thing. And then like it was a punk rock movement, it was a ska movement, and like, hey, come on, join it up. And then like everybody loved each other, and like seriously, that's what all of our ska movement means to us. I mean, I have this stuff tattooed on me.
Wait, you still have that ska tattoo, Rick?
Yeah.
Let me see it. Oh my gosh.
That was like your first one, wasn't it?
Yeah, zoom in there.
Yeah. Okay. So Rick,
just giving him an excuse to flex.
Yeah, he needs a bigger camera to fit that in.
He's like, okay, hold on.
Yeah, here it is. When Rick got that tattoo, I was like, dude, what are you, nuts? And he said, well, even if I don't like ska in the future, I'll still remember this time and all these great memories and stuff. And I tell my kids that story, and I say, maybe I should have gotten one too, because I like ska more now than I even did back then, right? Like I would still. Anyway, Jose, do you want to know the story of the recording and then why it wasn't released?
Yeah, what happened?
It's a tragic. We can make a documentary about it. It's a tragic situation. So keep in mind the year is 1996. Okay.
Yeah.
Jamie mentioned we had this house band gig at Roxbury South. I have no memory of how we got it. We played there every Saturday night for a really long time, and they paid us kids good money. And so we were able to actually go to a real studio, 2-inch analog tape, and it cost us like $3,200, which in 1996 for a bunch of like young high school or like teenage kids was a ton of money, right, guys? A ton of money. We worked really hard. We recorded. We were really happy with how it turned out. And then the band broke up just as we were finishing the recording. And then it was never released. I think in 1998, my brother John and I took it to a mastering place, and he had a real job at the time, which is great. And he paid to have the mastering done. And then eventually we put it on Spotify. But it was made for CD, right? It's like 72 minutes long, the original. We're cutting it down a little bit for the vinyl. But now we bring this to today. A real third wave ska band, like Jamie said, from the 90s, not fake. It was real, recorded back then, songs about ridiculous stuff, everything was true and did happen, finally seeing the light of day.
Dude, it's awesome. Yes, it's so awesome.
I told Jose it should have been a double album. It fit everything.
Dude, we're not Smashing Pumpkins, dude. We can't do that.
Full sleeve, full color.
Now, my sister actually went to El Dorado High School out there.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys knew Mary Beth Rojas. I don't know. But another great person. Yeah, Janet Evans.
And
Janet
Janet
Evans
Evans.
also
Yeah.
attended El Dorado High School, the Olympic winner. Or
Yeah,
Olympic
she
champion.
graduated with my brother.
Really?
Day of I've known.
That's
We're off the rails here.
yeah.
Ricky gets bored really easily. I don't know if you guys have noticed this.
Swirl.
So Janet Evans went with your brother. That's cool. Graduated same
Yeah.
year, huh?
Yeah, I remember when she brought home the gold medals, they had a Goodyear blimp like flying with like congrats and Janet, and then she was like standing out in front of her garage doors, and the news were like interviewing her and stuff like that. Like, so we like
Wow.
went and watched her, and be interviewed in front of her house and stuff. Like, she lived right by our school, like El Dorado.
Wow. Wow, yeah, she's memorized on the Olympic gym, right? I went one time and her name's on there on the Olympic gym. Olympic winner, Janet Evans.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
She
so
would
awesome.
do laps at the pool, like, all the time, and it was a big deal.
Wow.
For our little, community.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Did Dex tell you about what he did when we were out at lunch?
I'm scared. I don't know what we're talking
I don't know. I'm scared too.
I'm scared.
Yeah, come on.
No, I mean, like, everybody knows this. Dex went up and he was like the AP. What the heck were you? Like,
I was I don't want to talk about that.
you can do it. Come on, you can do it.
Student body president is the word
Yes.
you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Yeah,
he
he was.
wrote "Lone Raspberry is Ska," and
on the
then
school marquee, and I got in so much trouble for that.
What happened?
Well, so one day toward the end of the year, they were like, "Hey, we don't know what to put on the marquee." So I went out there and I put some pressure on one of my other ASB people, and we put it on there, Lone Raspberry Ska. And the principal came back from lunch and saw it on the marquee in front of the school and thought SKA was some gang or something.
Oh,
So I got called into the office and got totally reamed. And then, and then at the end of the reamed, I'm the ASB president getting in trouble for this stuff, but obviously, it's fine. It's hilarious. We have a great picture of that somewhere.
I like the idea that you sent one of your ASB underlings to go do it for you. Makes it way better.
It's like total abuse of power.
I'm not getting in trouble for this. You go do it.
Total abuse of power. Total abuse. It's terrible.
Oh,
And then at the end of the year, because I'm a year or two older than a lot of Colonia and then Jamie, and 2 years and Rick. At the end of the year senior slideshow for my grade, they showed that as one of the slides as they're playing Van Halen right now, which is on every slideshow. And all the students laughed, and the teachers, they were not entertained because some kid, my friend Dan, slipped that photo into the slideshow. It's totally awesome.
Oh, I remember that.
Nice. That's funny.
On Raspberry.
That's funny. So what did your first practice look like, and where did you guys practice? I know when I was back there in Placentia, there was like this area, this one place near the freeway where bands could practice. I don't know if you practiced there. I had a band, back then. Was it Bitch Point of Followers? But yeah. Where do you guys practice though?
That was Rick's house.
Rick's house.
Was that my dad on Somerset?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it was terrible.
My dad at that time was retiring from being a police officer, and so he was developing his own company of being. He was developing Estrada Investigations, and so he did that, and so he let us he actually really didn't care. We had
he was super cool about it. Super cool.
Yeah, we did this garage thing, and it was like a 2-car garage, and then after that, we got to know with Jamie, we got to know her dad because I didn't know it. Her dad, his name was Todd, and I really.
Sorry, I know it's probably sensitive subject for you too.
I formed a really great relationship with Todd. He taught me how to play. I mean, he he was very much into like the Doors, Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, and like Beatles. And I would go over to Jamie's house because we hung out a lot, and she was very close to El Dorado High School.
Mm.
And so like we could actually like walk over there like during like lunchtime, and it was like so much fun because like go
During classes, whatever.
yeah, let's go have lunch. And then so Todd, like he would actually like page me. I had a pager at the time. And then he goes like, Ricky, so I have like this new thing, and I found it because he was working his job. He did a lot of stuff. So so he found like this like B-52 just amazing like organ like the Doors used to use, and he's like, do you want to come over and play this?
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah. He had a C3 in the garage. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Collection? Jamie, you remember that? That thing was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. With the Leslie.
Yes,
So
Leslie
cool.
attached. Yeah.
And then we put it well, I brought the fender in there, and he's like, do you want to hook it up? And I'm like, yeah. And so like we just started doing like Hendrixy, like it was just like the most amazing thing.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I think with all of us being in a very close geographic area, we practiced in Jamie's backyard, Rick's garage, my living room a couple times, depending on who was in the band at the time, because we had kind of a rotating cast in the beginning. It was like a different place, but I do remember practicing a lot,
That's
maybe
good.
3 or 4 times a week after school. Like we
Wow.
practiced a lot because it was kind of like our hangout, right?
Yeah,
Practice after
Yeah.
school, then go have dinner and whatever,
that's awesome. That's awesome. That's why you guys sound so good, huh?
Pizza and Sprite.
Let's
There was a lot of like pizza and Sprite going on.
Yeah.
What were you get? What
please.
kind of
Taco
pizza did
Bell.
you guys get? You guys get Rosa's pizza or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosa's
Oh,
pizza.
someone knows.
What was that?
Oh,
Yeah.
and lots of Taco Bell.
Yeah. Yeah, Roses, you get the
The big pizzas, remember the
giant,
big?
oh yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
you
yeah.
had to get those big pizzas, bro.
Right. Yeah, I still work pretty close to there. I work at Placentia Presbyterian Church, and so I'm well aware of Roses. So I'm still right across the street from that other high school you mentioned, and for working purposes, it's funny you mentioned like what was it like to like practice and stuff back then. Let me put this in perspective real quick. So you see these giant headphones I have on right now? Yeah. That's because I'm pretty sure I lost half of my hearing in our practices because we would have like Rick, who's this background of like like metal guitar, so he'd have that thing cranked up as loud as humanly possible. And just so we'd be in this tiny little garage with the door shut, and we'd be practicing, and everything would be so stinking loud, and you just come out of there, and this everyone's ears with this nice little high pitched buzz in your ears as you walk out. And I mean, it's a miracle any of us have our hearing today. I mean, honestly, it's so loud.
Yeah, and then okay, I'm in front of them all. That's why I can't hear anything anymore. And then they would mic all the horns too.
Oh no! Oh my God, Mike Torrance too.
Because that was necessary,
probably,
all like 2 feet apart. Yeah.
Yeah, I think at one point we actually had probably like the loudest horn section. Dude,
Oh, dude, we were out of our minds.
total
My
overkill.
favorite thing was they would tell me, Jamie, can you sing louder?
We can't hear you.
Yeah.
We can't hear you, Jamie. Just sing out a little bit. What's your problem? Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny. Go ahead, Daryl.
Let's take a time machine back to the mid 90s. All right. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all. I don't know if you guys could see some of this.
Yes.
There it is. Oh no.
Oh, sure.
Back in
Yes.
1996, you guys played the Skaquake 2 CD release party.
Yep.
It was myself and Luis who did the show. I forgot when I was at the Alligator Lounge.
Yep.
You guys had played
right.
there a lot.
Yes.
I'm
I
not sure if you
these
remember this
games.
show that kind of happened, but then I had to go on stage and tell everybody it's over because we didn't have a permit and the cops shut us down.
So,
Wow.
so I think Daryl,
Uh-huh.
I believe that Skaquake, September 28th, 96, that may have been our last show.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
Yeah,
That was our last show.
it was our
Was
last
it?
show. And remember, we brought Jeff Hoblin back to play drums because James had already left. I remember that. I also remember seeing C-Spot that night and having my mind blown.
Yeah. That's probably when you started getting to the trad ska thing.
That was, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Enjoyed the dynamic.
I had the, I don't want to bring this up because I don't want everybody to like hate me right now. But I mean,
Yeah, but you're gonna do it anyway, so go ahead.
Colonie,
You know I love you.
I love you so much.
So on this show right here, MU330 did come down from Northern California, so you guys filled in.
Oh,
You guys
wow.
opened here, and you guys
Well,
played with
we
Slapstick and the
opened-
Hippos.
We opened, and then it was my first show with meal ticket, and then so like we basically opened, and then I ended the show.
wait, hold on, Rick. Hold on. This is Slapstick. I remember this from Chicago
Uh-huh.
at Dizzy Debbie's. Wasn't that the same place like the Hong Kong Cafe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Hong Kong Cafe's in Chinatown. This is
Hong Kong Cafe was different.
this was called the King.
The King. Jamie,
Yeah.
we have
Oh,
pictures
yeah,
of
yeah.
the show. And that's Rick, isn't this when the meal ticket guys came in to see us play? Because there were Colonia, you were there. Johnny was there.
Well, it was no that was the Mint.
Oh, I think I do remember those pictures. That was
Rick, yeah, I swear that it was the King. So yeah, Daryl, you're bringing up a lot of history here, bro.
I know. Well, these are just the shows that you guys played for me.
Yeah.
Sure.
This one, of course, this was at the Alligator Lounge a lot. You played with Real Big Fish.
This is right around the time. So what year was that right there, that Real Big Fish show? Was that 96?
I think it was 90, because I think in 90.
I went on tour with them like right after that. It was us, Real Big Fish, and Zebrahead. And
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that was 96 though, right?
No, this must have been 90. Yeah, 96, because in 97 is when they hit it big.
Blew up.
Yeah.
So that they
sure.
they didn't play for me anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny.
let's see.
I remember
Yeah.
the Hippos being at that show too because I knew Rich from the Hippos playing trombone because he and I so we would do other than like high school we would also do like jazz state like jazz stuff, so we would do like extracurricular music, and then so like we both auditioned for like the Southern California like school band and orchestra association, like these jazz bands, and I'm sitting there, so I audition, I make it, and this guy Rich is sitting next to me, and we're talking after a while and blah blah blah. He's like, yeah, I play in this band. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, what is it? He's like, yeah, it's a ska band. I was like, oh, really? I'm like, oh, I play in a ska band too. And for him, it was the Hippos, and for me at the time, it was Lone Raspberry.
Yep. Everyone knows each other.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's
this punk band, right? This punk ska band, Gargantua and Thrill Machine. They opened, and you guys, Save Ferris, when they were smaller, and then this band from from San Diego.
Yep.
This was the old
there's that thing.
Daryl, you're pulling out all stops right now.
I've got more. I've got like 11 pages of this.
Hey, Colonia, check it out.
Sure.
So you couldn't make this show, and so this is when we Johnny. And
Yep.
before I even heard him play, I said, "Hey, Johnny, if you play the show and it's fun and you like it, like, do you want to join the band?" I didn't even ask any of you other guys.
Nope,
because
you did not.
A fourth player, and then Chris was like, "Oh, Johnny's in the band now after playing one show." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so." And everyone's like, "Okay, that's fine." This was New Year's Eve.
You just liked his name.
Yeah, I always
look. I was spreading myself so thin, trying to do like multiple things at once. So I mean, yeah, you weren't going to get much of an argument out of me.
Yeah,
this was at Dizzy Debbie's.
This is Dizzy Debbie's.
Yeah.
Hey, so
that tiny stage.
Sure, this may have been the show where Meal Ticket was there, watching you.
They were grooming Rick.
Yeah, they
Coaching.
wanted to recruit him. They
They
knew
were
Bill was
cherry
out, so
picking.
That's a great way to put it.
they said we're looking for a new guitarist. Bill's out,
Yep.
Ricky's in.
Yep.
Let's see what else we got here. This one from
I didn't fire
That's the
him.
Roxbury
Yep.
backstage.
Yeah, that was an Irvine. That was
And
an Irvine.
Is
There's Johnny
Ricky
Cruz.
doing his Morrissey impression? With all the
Yes.
flowers?
Well, I mean,
like
you know.
it. So hey Daryl, on this real quick. So furthest left with the shaved head, that's James, who lives in Thailand. That kid who was 19 and recorded those tracks is an incredible drummer, dude.
Jazz drummer.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Johnny Troop on trombone. And then the guy standing next to me in the plaid shirt, that's my older brother John.
Mhm.
These are the guys who aren't on the phone with us.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
what happened to your neck here?
Just
Next.
one of these things that's happening right now. Jamie, you look so happy in that picture.
I'm like, my guys. No. Oh, my guys are with me. No.
Then you can see the other picture. Ricky had to take off his blazer because, of course, it's too hot.
Yep, way too hot. This is when Jamie was experimenting with some experimental hair.
Oh
as
my
well.
gosh. I almost got fired for dyeing my hair. My
What?
boss was so mortified. He told me, yeah, at Farmers Insurance. I walked in and he goes,
Oh,
"You
I
go
remember.
home."
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, he was he was just like, he could not believe I dyed my hair red. He goes, "Go home and come back blonde." And I was like, "What? You
What?
can't
Are you
tell me
serious?
Wow.
Yeah, this-
you're not my
Look like
dad." Like he was so mad. He was
Wow.
so mad at me.
Gosh.
Excuse me, Miss Jensen. I just don't think you're farmer's insurance material anymore.
Yeah,
You're just gonna have to dye your hair back.
he was so mad.
Oh, skink and pickle shirt. Nice.
Look at Ricky. Look at that face, baby
Look at
face.
that. Young and
Look at
fresh.
Look how young you all were.
Oh, I know.
See, I was 15 here because I know that because Jamie went to my first driver's.
Driver's ed.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's
so
the recording studio.
So let's see. So
That was
the guy who's recording us, his name is John Circa. He had recorded a lot of jazz bands. I don't remember where we got the referral.
4 Johns.
What's that?
Was it like 3 or 4 Johns?
Yeah, this is John Circa and his assistant John Upcraft, also known as Little John. He built a studio on the back of his house. John Circa did. He was 43 when we recorded this, and we're all older, and we all thought he was so old, but all of us now in the band are older than
Yeah.
43.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny to look back on that. And John Circa, the recording engineer, he's still alive. He's still with us.
Nice.
Lives on the East
Nice.
Coast. I've reestablished contact with him in the spirit of this reunion.
I took this picture too. There's a few of these pictures I actually took. This one I took at what's it called? Dizzy Debbie's.
Yeah.
It was the one that was from the Punko Ska album.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Punko
So
I've
this
never seen this picture.
I've never seen it either. Hey Daryl, you got to send us this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
never
this
seen
is
this
the
picture.
one. Yeah, that's the much better of it.
Oh yeah, looks great. This is what Jamie was saying, that we had a really loud horn section. This is us in full force,
Yeah.
kind of overkill.
You know, Jamie's like,
See?
avoiding us there, trying to stay out of the way. You
This
hardly
is-
blame
look,
him.
and there we are again. There's so many horn players that Jamie is like pushed way to the side of the stage.
Oh, can you imagine if I was right in front of the horns? It'd be like,
Oh, like unbearable, man.
All right. That was a little nostalgia there.
Yeah,
for
that's
y'all.
cool. So hey, so for anyone who's going to watch this before the show on October 18th, we're all going to be there.
So you guys were anybody in the high school band? Chris, I believe you were,
Yeah.
but Jeff was not,
Yes.
right?
No. So Jeff was not in high school band, and as he says that, yeah, he started playing trombone because he wanted to be in a ska band. And so yeah, I played in the marching band and I did jazz band, and so did Johnny Troop, our other trombone player, and then Max Chantar, our trumpet player. All of us did like the full 4 years of doing high school, like marching band, jazz band, orchestra, the whole nine.
Yeah. So
Really?
wait, hey, Rick, hold on. I have a quick little note on that. So
I'm not going to.
if there are any fans of Lone Raspberry, so Chris Maloney really is the guy who taught me how to play. So thank you, Chris. And you could have done a better job, but thank you for your effort and your
Nice.
trying.
I'm sorry that you were not such a good student.
It's all no, it's my
just,
fault. I never really progressed because it's my fault. But thank you, though. Sincerely, Chris taught me how to play, and thank you, Chris. I really appreciate it.
I can imagine that time frame and me going, what are you doing?
I know. Well, you were
Don't
doing
hold
that.
it
You were
like
doing that at
that.
practice like 3 weeks ago. So yeah.
Don't hold it like that. Don't play it like that. Don't buzz your lips like that. Yeah, I'm sure I
There's
was a
there's
joy to be around then. Oh, good gosh.
there's actually a really cool video. We were playing at Cafe Nope, and Chris, of course, is on keyboards and trombone, and I was, of course, like dressed like in my best, whatever. And then so I started playing in a different key, and I looked over at Chris, and he goes, "No, no,
That's
no.
not right.
That just means you're not in the right key."
Yeah.
And so I was like really messing up, and Chris just goes like,
Yeah.
no,
I remember that, the false start.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel bad. The torture that I put these people through. I feel bad every time I think about it.
Hey, Daryl, welcome back to the call.
Yes, welcome
Yeah,
back.
you know what? I have my questions.
Daryl, when did you get here?
I have my questions on the phone, and it's right on top of the power button.
Oh.
And
Perfect.
so
Good.
it turned off when I was doing the Sherry screen, and so when I picked up the phone, it pushed it and turned it off. So I'm
Yeah.
not going to do that anymore. I'm sorry, Jose. Was that your question?
I did ask you a question already. I
You
was
did
asking
have
if they were
Oh, I'm
in
sorry.
a high school band. And
No.
Jeffrey, I think Jeff, you learn on your own, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Colonia taught me how to play.
Right, and everything. Yeah.
I took a couple lessons, but I really just brute forced it. I practiced every day because I was trying to keep up with these guys who've been playing their whole lives. So I
Mhm.
practiced every day during the Lone Raspberry time. Like almost, even if I only had 10 minutes, I would still play for 10 minutes.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So it's your question now, Daryl. Yeah.
So I know most or all of you, of course, have been in other bands. Can you each tell us what other bands that you've been in, no matter what type of music?
You want to go, Colonia?
Oh, you want me to go? All right. So how it goes for me is so Lone Raspberry was the first one, and then from there I started playing with Jeffrey's fan club, and then I also started playing in Pocket Lint. And because the reason I got hooked up with Pocket Lint is because I was going to Fullerton College at the time, and so I was in like the jazz combo with Aaron Owens from Hepcat, and then his brother Ike. So then we were doing jazz combo at Fullerton College, and they're like, "Hey, like we heard you play, and we might have a position open in our band. Would you be interested in doing it?" And and I was a total band slut at the time. I didn't care, so I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll come play." And so I'm trying to like at the time like Lone Raspberry starting to go. Jeffrey's fan club is picking up, and then that also had a previous member of Lone Raspberry is why is part of the reason I got hooked up into Jeffrey's fan club at the time. And then then that stemmed into Pocket Lint, and then then it goes from there. So after that, I was in a funk band called All That no one's heard of. And then I did 4 years playing with Neville Staple from Specials. So that was Neville Staple and the Hitman. So that was, and so basically was the touring version of the Specials at the time. And that featured, so Jesse Wilder, we already talked about from the Scholars and, Teen Heroes and Goodwin Club, was playing, he was splitting guitars and keys. I was doing keys and trombone. Chris Clausen from My Superhero was playing drums. Travis Law was like, he was in a band, Night Rider, I think is his band, and a bunch of other Long Beach bands. He was also playing guitar. And then Ed Campworth from Suburban Rhythm and Long Beach Dub All Stars was our bass player.
Wow, cool.
Yeah. It's dude. I mean, this is another one of those. Everyone's related to everybody. The reason I got hooked up.
It's a small.
Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah.
What?
I said it's a small town, but it's a big town, and like everyone like recognized all of your amazingness. Like seriously.
Well,
Yeah, a lot of
that's
yeah.
I appreciate you, man. The reason I got asked to do the special gig is that I got asked by Vince Pileggi and John Halpern because they were sharing offices at a rehearsal studio in Anaheim, and Neville needed someone on horns that could come play on really short notice because they were doing an upcoming gig at San Diego State. And then I was like, and so John's like, yeah, I know a horn player. You guys should give a call to. And then like, yeah, that weekend I was doing doing special songs on on a big old stadium stage in San Diego for Neville, and then so I got to do that for a while and got to record a bunch of songs with my dream was I got to play at John Avila's studio from Boingo, got to record some so it was a Neville Staple and the Hitman, and it was like versions of that. And from the band was it Fun Boy 3 was like one of Neville's older projects from the 80s. So we recorded a whole new, basically re-recordings of old special songs, and then the Fun Boy 3 songs. Let's see, what else I got? Forces of Evil. Started doing that band with Aaron from Real Big Fish once Jeffrey's Fan Club was done, and so Aaron comes to it's our last show at the Glass House, and Aaron approaches myself and approaches a couple other people from Jeffries is like, hey, are you guys still interested in doing, Happy Fun in Orange County Ska? We're like, heck yeah, man. And so that's how Forces of Evil got started. And then it was with Jay Lafayette from the Scholars, and then Johnny from Lone Raspberry. We got on board with that. And then I was also playing. God, everything stems from like Fullerton College. So I recruited John Christensen, also known as Johnny Christmas, after playing with him in the jazz combo and then in jazz band at Fullerton College. And so I give John a call. It's like, hey, we need an extra trumpet player. Come to one of our rehearsals. And then from there, Johnny Christmas has been Real Big Fish and a bunch of Ice Nine Kills and a bunch of random stuff that he's doing now too. I know he's been doing stuff with the Aquabats, all sorts of stuff.
Wow.
Aaron Barrett approached Justin and Derek and myself at JFC's last show at the Glass House, and then that's about it. The only thing I got going now is I do a cover band on the weekends called Woody and the Harrelsons, and we do like 70s, 80s, 90s like alternative, and that's still in the ska family of bands. So that's with our drummer for that band is Evan Kilborn, who's the drummer for Say Ferris for a while, and then was drumming for Starpool.
Oh,
So that's
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yep. So
Wow.
yeah, I see Evan every weekend. So
No,
that is my
wow,
that is
that's
my
cool.
tree of bands that I stem from these days.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Yeah. Very cool. A lot of great talent out of OC. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, you look at especially like Eldorado at the time. I mean, yeah, we only had like the Freeze family there. So Josh Freeze comes out of Eldorado. His
Yeah.
brother Jason comes out of Eldorado. He's got 2 years on me, and then like he goes on to play with what was it, like Green Day several years after that, and then Josh just played with the phone
Foo
book
Fighters, like
of bands.
Sting and everybody else. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Crazy times, dude.
Yeah.
Now, Dex, you were in a bunch of bands.
Oh gosh, yeah. I still I have a job though too. Like I'm trying, like the hobby thing,
You turned into a trad guy.
Yeah. So after Lone Raspberry, I was really sad when we broke up, to be honest. Really sad. And it's always been in the back of my mind is like, when is going to be the right time to get back together? Because this is my first band I've ever played in. It's definitely, the only band I've ever really put together. But so I started playing with the Dynamics, and that was a traditional ska band from LA County, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Then I thought I retired from ska, and I was about like 22, and then I saw this band called Kingston 10 play, and they were like a, totally rad traditional band. Corey Kingston was playing drums. Anyway, they played a bunch of old Don Drummond songs, but they didn't have a trombone player. And so afterwards, they said, hey, you guys really need a trombone player. And they said, what about you? And I said, well, I'm retired. I was 22 years old. And they hit me up, and I played with them. And then at the same time, I was playing with my brothers. They had a band called The Arrogance. I did that for about 8 years. I played keyboard for that. And I only played enough keyboard back then to like be able to write Lone Raspberry songs. So it was just like syncopation kind of stuff. So I had to learn how to play. And then, a punk band called The Loose, which is just me and my two brothers and I, sorry. And then the band I've been playing in since 2007, I guess, is Northern Labor Party. We play like post-punk, Joy Division-ish kind of sounding stuff, Interpol kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah. Rick, what about you?
Me now?
Oh wait, Daryl, I forgot to mention. Go 13. I played in Go 13 for like 8 years.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
We almost forgot. We had you on here.
that's how I know Paul, who's playing drums in Lone Raspberry for the reunion. Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
right.
It's been a long day.
You know what? I'll give Jamie.
What's up? Oh, me.
What up?
Oh, so no, Lone Raspberry is the really only real band that I've ever been in. I mean, I sang in church bands, and then after Lone Raspberry, a band named Kismet asked me to be their singer for a couple months. But they were like in high school still, and I was already out of high school, so they were like really young. They were like asking me to go to prom and stuff, and I was like, dude, you guys are so young. Like, and then this is like, and then I actually got married super young, and then I was off.
You aged out.
Yeah. I was just like, I'm out. So and then my singing career is pretty much over after that, unfortunately.
So I do need to say, you guys, listening to the recordings, Jamie is the signature sound of Lone Raspberry. There's a lot of us that were really important to the sound, but Jamie was like the key element, and writing credits and the whole thing. I mean, we wouldn't have existed without her. So she's the signature voice of Lone Raspberry, and almost like the guy who plays Dracula. He can never get a gig ever again because everyone knows him as that key distinct character. That's Jamie the Lone Raspberry. This is why it's so exciting to come back. But what's incredible is when Jamie was in town for practice, whatever, a month ago, it's like, whoa, no time has passed. She still sounds like Jamie Jensen.
Nice.
I think you were worried
Really?
because you asked me that. You're like,
I did.
please tell me.
It's only been like 29 years. It's a valid question, right?
Yeah, you're like, please tell me, do you sound like Jamie Jensen? I'm like, I don't know.
I hope so. I hope so.
Jeff, you're absolutely right. Like when she showed up, and then we. It was so funny. Like Paul was like playing drums, and he's like, "Okay, so you guys like know each other?" And like we're like, "Yeah, like, we've known each other. Like everybody's known each other." And then he's like, "Okay, cool. So that like makes sense." And then like, so the songs went on, and like her and I like laughed because like we've been singing these songs since we were like, heck, I was like 15 or whatever. Yeah. And then, but I think I've already mentioned this, like, because I met Dex when it was like this like weird like there wasn't it like a function or something at like El Dorado.
No, I saw you walking across the quad. Somebody already pointed you out, and I saw you one day, and I hit you up.
Is that it? Yeah. Okay. And then he's like, "Oh, do you want to go? Well, let's play." And then I was like, "Oh, yes, absolutely."
Hey, Rick. Since Lone Raspberry, you got to talk about the bands that you've been in, the world famous bands. So after Lone Raspberry, who'd you play with?
I played with Meal Ticket. I played with a couple of things with Madonna. And I played for Pushover. I did a bunch of movie soundtracks with Pushover. And yeah, I did like a bunch of like Disney movies. And I mean, they went straight to like the 99-cent stores. But that's what happens.
Yeah, that's all right, my friend. I've got one of those credits. You're in good company.
Be like,
if you ever,
yeah,
if you ever go, if you ever go into Disney Plus and look for a movie called Johnny Tsunami. Yeah, we Jeffrey's fan club's got 2 songs on that.
If you go for Soul Survivor, I'm the first person like labeled on there, and I'm like next to John Lennon. And I'm like, why am I? Because like 2 credits.
That's great.
I'm like, okay, so the DVD has my name on this, and then like the the theatrical release does not have my name on. But why am I not on there? Like,
So how excited are you guys for the reunion show?
Jamie, why don't you take that question?
I'm really excited. I'm really nervous, but I haven't performed in front of people. But I think since you guys are going to be there with me, you guys will, it'll ease my nerves knowing that you're there. Because you're my besties. So it's going to be awesome.
Daryl and Jose. Wait, hold on. Hey, Jamie, real quick. Daryl and Jose. She's talking about us, not you guys. Okay.
Yeah, I'll look around and I'll be like, you know what?
I'm honored.
Clarify. Sure.
I'll be like, we're in the same boat right now. So yeah, it'll be awesome. And my daughter's flying in. She's never seen me sing live, so that's pretty special.
is it Peyton or
Awesome.
So I hope Peyton can come, but I know for sure Cameron's going to be there.
Rad.
I know her daughters. Like everybody knows this, right? Like I've known Jamie for like a long time.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you guys there's no guest list. I'm just joking.
That's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Can I be on one?
Hey, Yada.
But yeah, so yeah, no, I'm nervous and excited, but no, yeah, I think we're all pretty excited about it. And we have, of course, friends that are all coming in from high school, and Christy Kwan's coming. She's a
really
famous music movie producer.
Wow.
And longtime friend. It's just so many important friends, from our, lives and stuff. So it's just super. So many people are just stoked. They're just like, what? Like all caps, like what is happening? I'm like, I know we're literally we're in hot tub time machine right now is what's happening. It's like we always thought and hoped and dreamed that this would happen, and it's happening.
You're playing with some good bands out there too.
Yes, and in fact, like this show, it's all female fronted ska bands. I mean, how freaking cool is that, right?
Right.
We were just talking to Karen and Megan from Chase Long Beach yesterday, and they were most excited to see your band.
Yes.
Really?
No way.
Oh, we better deliver, you guys.
And so like you just said, like when people see the list, my friends are like, oh, I've seen Stepdaughters, I've seen the Goodwin Club, and you're playing with them, and there's a lot of my friends say that, so they're excited about the show too.
This thing was all built around your band.
Is that true, or is that?
It is true.
It is true.
Is it really true?
It's true.
Yeah, it was true. Yeah, I started with just you guys and a couple other bands, and then it just ballooned into this.
Yes.
Rad.
It was just the right time to do it. The women
appreciate it.
Yeah. And Karen even said that she's never heard of a show like this for women, like women in ska.
Yeah, it's such a great idea, Daryl.
Yeah,
it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, we've got we're trying to partner with Rainbow Services, a shelter for domestic violence in San Pedro.
Cool.
Gritty and Pink, also the Sublime ladies, they have that, and that's all about women empowerment as well. So we're trying to do a lot of things there. We're going to try to do some fundraisers there. Also, my girlfriend's going to do some baked goods and contribute the money to the women's shelter or the domestic violence shelter there. So yeah, that's basically it's what it is. I wish I could get more DJs, female DJs, but I could only get Diana. Because all the other ones didn't want to do it. I don't know why.
Oh, interesting.
So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So how stoked are you guys now, Jeff, Ricky, Chris?
Oh my gosh, dude! I'm really stoked, and for this reason, for a couple things. Number one, of the bands that I've been fortunate enough to play with, this is I couldn't seen this happening at all. I don't know, and just because we're all kind of spread out, and so I just didn't it just didn't occur to me that Lone Raspberry would be like, oh yeah, come back and do a reunion show. And really, and it's funny, we were talking earlier about, about like, family, and it really has felt like a family reunion, not just like a reunion of like old friends that were getting back together. No, this, I look back on this band and, oh yeah, it's totally family. It feels really, really great to see these people again, because it's just, yeah, these are some of my favorite people that I haven't been able to talk to in a while, and it's really nice to catch up and see them again. Like I'm super stoked on this show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I have to. I really have to like get in. Shut up. You-
I hope that's a dog. I hope that's a dog.
no, right here. She's right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there she is.
Nice.
Anyway, but no, what Colonia said, like seriously, this is it. It's like a weird. It's a weird thing because we all like grew up and we all went to school in like the same place, and it's so odd that a lot of us went and started playing in like bands, and I mean it doesn't matter if we were like ska or punk or whatever. We all turned out to be all friends, and it was like this weirdest friendship, but like the coolest friendship in the world, because we all know each other. We're all in punk bands, we're all in ska bands, we're all in reggae bands, and like it's like the coolest thing ever. And nobody would know that like we would all just mesh with each other. Like look at us. I mean, like seriously, we're just like the mutts of mutts, and we're like the people that you wouldn't even think knew each other. And we ended up knowing each other, and we started, like Chris said, we started a family. Exactly what Chris said. This is a freaking family. And
Yeah, so I gotta say, I gotta echo that. So just kind of a quick little experience. So Jamie, when you came in for practice, that was our second practice, as you know, because you're remote, and we weren't at the first very, very, very first practice, which was really hard to do without you, without queuing and everything else. But once we started playing, Cloney and I are kind of sitting in the corner like the horn section, and Cloney, I will never forget this. You and I weren't like, hey, so how many kids do you have? Or the, hey, what about this? It was literally just, we just resumed like the same corny jokes and same ridiculous behavior from like when we were in high school, just like no time had passed or that we hadn't lived an entire life since. And that was like very touching for me. But Lone Raspberry did not break up with any bad conflict or any bad blood. There was no grudges. Everyone always loved each other this entire time. And so I'm super excited, not only obviously to see my friends again, but to play this show and to show people, because back then we were not like a popular band, but to show people like, hey, this is the kind of stuff we were doing back then. You may or may not have heard of us, but now you're going to hear it, and hopefully it sounds good.
And hopefully we won't scare you away.
Yeah. And hopefully, yeah, exactly, Jamie. But yeah,
let's
I'm
It's for
really
a fun time
excited.
capsule.
Hey, real quick, Daryl.
Yeah.
In my mind, I've been the seeds were planted for this about last December. The Aquabats did some 30-year anniversary thing, and that weekend I saw a flyer, an old Lone Raspberry flyer from one of the old shows at Cafe Nove.
Uh-huh.
I thought, now that would be interesting. That would be interesting to get Lone Raspberry back together. And everyone was like, sure, sounds good. Hey, this is a ridiculous idea, but yeah, why not?
And it came to fruition.
Yeah.
And this is what we're talking about here. Let me can you guys see that?
It's still coming.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
is.
yeah,
Hey, if you're available on October 18th, come down and see us. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right.
Your set's going to be right in the middle of the show.
Yep.
right there. So you get a prevalent spot there around 6 p.m. You guys going to play there, and I've also got, where the heck is
The
it?
Rude Girl Riot Ska
Right here, can
Festival.
you see?
Órale.
Yeah.
Oops, what happened
Órale.
there? Then you got the entire show here. So let's just share that. I don't know if you guys could see that yet.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah, cool.
Wow,
You
look
got
at
a
that
lot of
lineup.
bands,
Wow.
bands playing.
That's the sign that Steve's right tripped over.
Yeah, we're just talking
Oh
about
my-
that.
Yeah,
Look
so
at
got
that.
some people coming out from Amy's coming up down from Canada. Got some people
Nice.
coming up from San Diego, Arizona. This band Horizon Point's from San Jose area. Then you got
I like them actually. I heard like 5 of their songs.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
pretty good actually. They're
Really
they're not bad. And I heard this band's okay.
Yeah. Calmatic. Those guys are good. I was stoked that they're the headliner. That's super cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we've been talking about. If anybody's wondering.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
was it your turn? I think it was my turn.
Go
right?
for it, bro. It's your
Okay.
turn.
So now you guys were on a compilation back in 97, 96.
Boom. Boom.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Yeah, and you
what you
actually
mean.
wrote a track called Punko Ska.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how punk actually goes ska, but Jamie knows because she was singing it.
Jeff and I wrote it.
Okay.
Jamie was there. Colonier had major musical contributions. Actually, all 4 of us. Remember this? This was Rick, when your parents moved into that house by the golf course. This is like right around that time we wrote the song. So the story of this song, Daryl, was
I wrote part of the lyrics too.
yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so we all have credits on this one.
Yeah.
We were talking about it, being like, what song should we give them? Because we were in the midst of recording the album or whatever, right? And we said, well, what if we just call it Punko Ska and we'll just kind of not make up, but we'll talk about us. And there's a lot of lines in there, right, Jamie, that are directly in reference to us, of like steering clear from the scene and all this other kind of stuff.
Take it from me, I'm only 19. Like
Yeah.
that's like she wrote that. Yeah.
It was kind of the way we felt, at least back then. And now you have to say, take it from me, I'm not going to say your age, but a lot older than 19,
What I say there now is take it from me, I was only 19.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. I like that.
Nice.
Well, I was honored. I was honored that you gave me that song. That was pretty awesome. That's why I put it last to sum up the album.
Yeah.
And then the shout out you gave me in the last song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roxbury Barmaid Reggae.
Yeah.
Yep. Barmaid Reggae. Yeah.
Daryl from Stiff Dog Records. you know what? What's funny is my voice hasn't really changed since I was 18 or 19.
It has not. Yeah.
No,
Nope.
and it's as annoying now as it was back then, unfortunately. So, Jamie, I'm sure you do this too. As I'm like singing along to like Mortician and stuff, and the other like talk show host, it sounds like it's in stereo because my voice has not changed like at all. So
I know, and I hope you still do those shout out things that you do in the songs because I love
awesome.
yeah, Colonier and Rick will all be doing them. Yeah.
Yes.
So I thought maybe to lower my voice, maybe to sound like an adult before the show, I might start smoking or something. I don't know.
No, it has
Reasonable.
to sound the same.
Yeah.
Now you have a bunch of bangers on that album. For example, Miracle Man, Talk Show Host, Rude Girl, Punko Ska. But my favorite is The Mortician, like you mentioned, Jeff. Can you talk about the inspiration to that song? And did your brother really quit Mortician school in a few days?
So hold on. I was talking to Jamie's husband about this very recently. I said every one of those songs on the album are all about something that really happened and is true. And then her husband's name was Mike. Then Mike said, "What about the Superman song? Lois and Clark." So that song is not necessarily true, but it could be true in an alternate universe.
Okay. I was hoping that you would ask about Miracle Man because I was prepared.
Oh, yes. Good. I do have it. That's my next question.
Oh, actually. Look at that.
Is that the Miracle Man right there?
That's Miracle Man.
Awesome.
I took these pictures.
Oh, you know what? Fuck you. Like, I hated you.
Hey, Hey, you allowed to say the F word?
What's going on here?
Do you want to tell them why?
No.
Well,
Okay,
my
hold
question.
on. Wait, guys. I got to answer the mortician question.
Okay.
So my brother John, who's at band practice right now, 8 years older than me, he graduated from college, joined Lone Raspberry, okay? And then he said, I want to go to mortician school. That's all I'm really interested in doing with my life. And he signed up, and around the second or third day, he was sitting in class and he was just thinking, I don't want to do this with my life. And so he
Wow.
went.
Like, what are all these dead bodies doing here? This is so weird.
Maybe he didn't. Yeah, Claudia, maybe he realized that it was going to be a thing, you know. And so he did. He signed up for mortician school, but he quit the third day.
But
We
the
still
third
call
day-
him the mortician.
Wait, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. And my favorite part of that song is because it's like my dorky young voice, and then when Jamie comes in and says the mortician, and
Yeah, I
it's all
love
like
that,
it's
yeah.
all like beautiful. It's like this cool contrast, and then Rick's playing his like. You know, I made the joke recently, like only a Latin guy could have written that song because it's got that kind of like change up part in the middle, you know. It's so
It's
cool.
awesome.
It's such a good combination of all of us. You know? Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
I
Oh, here we go.
remember. Yeah. I remember writing those lyrics in my parents' house, like in the living room. And I still have a vivid memory of that with like pencil and paper, just like laughing out loud, like this is so absurd. But it happened.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Now
And he still plays bass in goth and ska bands, by the way, just so you guys know.
Yes, he does.
There's been no change.
Stone 588.
Yep.
Now it's been a long time since the 90s. What have you all been up to, between these decades, if you care to share?
Colonia, you want to take that one?
I mean, we pretty much. I mean, I pretty much covered my. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I didn't really stop for a long time. So yeah, I again, I've been really fortunate that I've been able to play in a lot of different projects, and so much so that I get to enjoy. Just at this point, music for me is still is what's keeping the wheels going. So besides playing different bands over the years, like I also. So I do. I'm the worship leader at Placentia Presbyterian Church, so I get to do that on Sundays, and then still do bands, here and there, and then the rest of the time I'm just dad, helping the kids out with homework and day to day. That's what I do.
Yep. The regular stuff.
Nice.
Who wants to go next?
Damn it.
Domesticated.
Oh, I'll go. Yeah, I have two daughters. They're 22 and 24. They live in Minnesota now, but one of them is in like aviation and the other one works at a hospital, and they're doing awesome they're adulting. So I visit there as much as I can, and they visit out here. I live in Arizona now. Because I like the sunshine, but yeah, so I'm an empty nester. My husband has two kids that are grown also. They're, in their 20s and 30s, and but yeah, I'm in IT, so I live a kind of a boring life other than just
Same on that, Jamie.
hanging out at my pool and working all day. And that's about it. But yeah, no, this is my exciting.
I got a busted hinge. I got a busted hinge on my laptop here. If you want to take a look at it the next time you're in town, I'd really appreciate that.
Oh no, I'm in talent acquisition in IT. I don't fix anything. So yeah.
Dang it.
I know. Sorry
Fine.
about
that. All right.
I'll go. So I've played in bands pretty consistently. My wife and I have 3 sons that are 18, 19, and 21. They all play in a band together called the Lanais. Incidentally, we're playing a show this weekend. They're opening for my band, which is the first time ever. It's very cool. I'm very excited. But yeah, just like Colonia said, dad mode. I'm a sales guy in the IT universe, and I still love my wife, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome.
Still learning how to play trombone, What about
I when I left music, I started working for SpaceX, and then I became a barber for some reason. But then I went back to work for SpaceX, and I was doing inventory control for the Falcon 9 rocket. and they actually moved us to Texas, but I didn't go. Anyway, so I'm here in Long Beach. So I have a dog, and I still play in a lot of tribute bands. And some people think I still look like Mike from MXPX.
Mike
A
Herrera.
little bit. Yeah, it's still there.
Fun
Sorry, dude.
fact.
And so I mean, this whatever you can do anyway. And so yeah, I mean, I still play music. I'm always playing music, and I
There you are, Mickey.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
He's facing the same way.
Especially,
Oh my gosh.
especially the pushover look when he bleached his hair like that. Oh my gosh!
wait, what just happened?
Show it again. Look at that. Hey Rick, look up.
That's
What?
Is he on the camera right
That's
there?
you.
Man?
Who? What?
Do you not see it?
See it on the
Put it in
camera?
gallery mode.
I can't see it.
Oh.
Oh, you got to get.
Oh, I see it, you assholes. Anywho, so I'm still friends with my best friend, which everybody knows who he is.
40.
Yeah, Jamie said it. My best friend, we talk to each other every single day, and where we always have each other's back, and I love him more than anything. And then he introduced me to more of you than like all you guys ever even know, and I think it's like the greatest thing in the world because we're all from this like little like region of Orange County, but it's like the coolest thing in the world that we all met each other. And so a lot of people like have no idea, like it's not that they're like counted out. It's just that we were we were like we were so lucky to all meet each other. Like all of us. Seriously. And
Nice.
like I mean I'm gonna end it right there. But I mean we were seriously all lucky to like meet every single one of you.
Yeah, I'm lucky to meet you guys. I'm not lucky to meet Daryl. Dude, our story. Our meetup story. But
Yep.
anyways, Miracle Band. Jamie. Who is it? What happened? What's going on with that story? That song?
Yes. No. So, the Skeleton singer Jonas.
Oh good Lord.
That's right.
I was smitten. I would go. I'd be front stage. I would take pictures of him while he was singing, and I would go and I would talk to the band. Oh my gosh, I went to Skeletons, and I would talk and talk about him.
I love Skeletons as well. I love them too.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I know.
how he would sing and then play his horn, and I was like, oh my gosh, crazy performer,
Did he tell
amazing.
you that we were actually
Yeah.
dating at this time?
Wait, hold on. Hold on. And so I would go and I would tell the band all about it, and they were just, what? She has a huge crush. And so what happens? We come to band practice, Dex goes whoosh, like with the papers. He's like, here, wrote a song about you and your crush, Miracle Man. I was like, what?
That was in your backyard. I remember that. And I had the horn. I remember this. I had the horn line and the lyrics and stuff. And I'm like, Colonie, like, what chords should we play? I didn't know. Yes, I remember that story. Yes, the Skeletons guy.
Yeah.
Rick is shifting in his chair over there.
He was so jealous.
Why?
Because I was dating her at the time.
Oh, rale. Understandable, homie. Understandable, homie. Yeah.
That's okay.
Ish.
You can
Is
get
it?
over it.
Yeah, Jonas was pretty. Sorry.
He
Yeah.
was.
He was.
He was a pretty boy, and so was the keyboardist. Oh, with those dreads. My
Yeah.
Stop it.
Oh, sure.
Jose.
Look, I get it. I mean,
I'll
my
answer that.
my
Yeah,
video
sure.
game handle My video game handle is still Dr. Bones. I get it. It's all good.
Yeah.
Gosh, those guys could perform live,
Oh, so
Yeah.
good.
right?
Yes.
Who wanted to be a talk show host, and which talk show inspired that song?
You know,
Dex.
I want to be a talk show host.
Yeah.
I'd
Like-
be the host with the most. Put me on prime time. That'll be the test. So, you know, that's my voice. That's a true story. So I was ASB president. I'll be honest. I ran as a joke and I got elected and I was like, oh, shit. Like, now I have to do it for real. You know? And it's a true story. And then at the time in the 90s, if you listen to the song, it's just basically like all these 90s cultural references, including Snapple and Richard Bay. And like, Jamie, remember that song? Like, that was...
It's a time
that was
capsule.
totally from my soul.
Yeah.
Freaking
So
Donahue and stuff in that song.
Yep. It might be
like
Jamie
bass.
singing. It might be Jamie singing that, but that is 100%
words.
at that age. That was 100% sincere.
Yeah.
So, and I'll be
Nice.
honest, my brother John and I used to watch like Richard Bay and all those shows, like like late at night. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's so funny, dude. Jerry Springer, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's not really a thing anymore, right? So I don't know. I'm not dead yet. It's not too late.
I love that song because it's literally a 90s time capsule. Like what I'm talking about and singing about when now that I'm singing it again, I'm like, I mean, anyone that listens to it is like, oh my gosh, she's talking about some old school shit.
Yeah, no, it's funny. That's what Paula Drummer said too when he was learning the song. She's like, dude,
She's just
like all the '90s references, these kids are not going to get them. I'm like, no, it's not for kids.
It's not for kids.
It's not for them. Right. It's not for them. You don't know. It's not for you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The album you recorded, the Children of the Horn, had 19 songs. It had to be condensed into 2 sides of a record.
Yes.
How hard was this for you guys to go ahead and eliminate songs, and which songs had to be eliminated from there?
So let me pull up the track list real quick. So this was difficult. I made a spreadsheet because again, there's time limitations on each side, and we kind of lucked out with. We had a little bit.
I was going to say,
you go ahead.
Hey Dex, I was just going to chime in. I'm like, I assume there was at least at least one song in there that I don't know. Like the horn line is really not so much derivative, so much as it's taken directly from a major film and TV franchise. So it's probably good that one's not on the album.
Yeah. So
continue.
Yeah, there's an instrumental song called Spy Tech we had to take off.
Oh, okay.
Copyright.
I thought it was Lois and Clark.
That's still on there.
Okay.
No, because that's still like the subject matter is still like original and the song is original. But Spy Tech on the other hand is aping directly from Mission Impossible.
Sorry, I did.
Because of the CD format, we had 70 minutes or whatever, right? So in fact, what is this? The runtime on this is 56 minutes. For LP, it's 44. So Spy Tech is gone. Roxbury Barmaid Reggae, which was an instrumental jam that the guys liked to do, and we recorded it, and then that's our shout out thing because we always wanted to do like, hey, thanks Daryl from Stiff Dog Records, and thanks for this guy for recording it. We thought it'd be more entertaining than just regular liner notes. And then Piano Society, which is actually a pretty rad song. That's the instrumental version of Colonier playing piano and soloing over our first song we ever wrote called Plaid Society, which is on the record. Piano Society we didn't have time for. And then our song Rude Girl, instrumental song, the guys were messing with the tapes. This is the old real analog tapes, and they put it in half speed. And we're like, that sounds really cool. So that's on Spotify, but that will not be on the record.
Right.
Yeah, and right now, this little blip of audio, all the hardcore collectors 100 years from now will be like, oh my gosh, Lone Raspberry explained what each song is. And what had to be eliminated. It's not on the vinyl, man.
Did Jose
on eBay?
Did Jose have any input? Because that he probably demanded the Mortician on there.
Well, so I mean, you can't take off the bangers, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I'm telling them. Yep.
Yeah. But the intro is kind of long on that one before the music starts. So.
Yep. Here we go.
Hey, there it is now.
Here comes the flamenco guitar.
That's awesome.
And then there is one song order change. So, hey,
Really?
You set off the car alarm.
Oh no! Do you hear the horn?
You know,
We hear the
You're too
horn.
loud.
it's not everyone that can set up a car alarm with an acoustic guitar. So I mean,
Yep. Good
good
job.
on you,
Good
dude.
job, Rick.
Awesome.
Well
Good
done.
job.
Well played. Yes.
So hey, Rick, you may need to mute out, dude.
Yeah. Please.
Hey, Rick, hit mute because
Hey.
it's beeping. Thanks, dude. There is one song order change where the second side was in the correct order of the CD would start with Lois and Clark. I made the executive decision. Sorry, guys, to put host first because I thought that'd be like a really good pop to start the second side, and then it goes Lois and Clark. So it's like pop, and then it mellows out a little bit. So, but we're really proud of it. I think people are gonna love it. I hope that people are gonna love it because this is like my son who's 18 is super into music, and he said to me recently, he goes, Dad, this is so exciting. This is like a lost gem from the 90s that no one's ever heard before. And I said, I really appreciate that support because sometimes, when you work on a project, you're like, is anyone going to care?
Right.
I guess we'll see how it sells, right, Jose?
Right. Yeah. Well, I actually went on was it TikTok on this one one guy that was doing a little podcast also for everybody, and I like, hey, check out this song, and it was a Spanish podcast, right? But the guy dig it, and he loves like Halloween stuff, and I'm like, yeah, check out the Mortician, and like he fell in love. He might want to do a interview with you guys. So
Cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he
My
does want to do
daughter's
review.
all
Yeah, he does.
I wrote that when I was like listening to like a lot of like Bauhaus and like a lot of The Cure, and then I go like okay, so I'm gonna put some like minor chords in here, and then I started just like and then like Dex, he was like into it, so I was like, and I was like, okay.
What key is that, dude? That it just scratches the back of my brain, bro. Right there, that change.
E minor to F, is that what it is?
E minor to F?
Yeah, it's just it's just E minor to F minor back and forth.
Oh,
And
E minor to F minor. Yeah.
E minor to F minor. Wow.
Okay, I feel like the reunion show has already started, you guys.
Here it is.
Hey, sorry. Hey, Jamie, what do you say about your daughters?
Oh, I was gonna say they have always loved our music so much. They play it for their friends, like without me even prompting it. Like they'll come home and be like, "Hey, I played it for my friends. They love it too." And now that they're old, I mean, they did it when they were kids, but even now that they're adults, they still have it in their playlist. And like just recently when I shared, like the artwork with them, like privately, I was like, hey, look at the new artwork. Doesn't it look awesome? Because my daughters are artists, and they were like, they literally said they want to get it tattooed. I'm like, what?
I'm
Are
doing
you
this little guy right
serious?
here? This
And
guy?
I was like, what? They're like, Mom, we should all
There he is.
get a tattoo of the artwork. And I was just like, what? I mean, they love it that much.
Is that the one Parker did?
So here's how it's going to go. So this is the original logo designed by our friend Anna McHugh, who was in my grade, graduated a long time ago with me. Anyway, this is going to be on the sticker of the vinyl, and then I've asked Parker to do kind of a reimagined, 1996 to Time Warp 2025 reimagined logo. By the way, Parker of GoGo 13 and Aquabats fame and all that stuff, he's doing the artwork for this.
Yes.
So I'm very excited. I shared with the band a couple different sketch ideas, and we all agreed on what we want for the cover. So
yeah,
cool.
Should be a lot of fun. We're all super excited.
I'm actually gonna.
So are we.
Are
I
you
am so excited.
You get tatted?
I'm actually really gonna get it.
Maybe I might get
listen.
it. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I might get it. I don't know.
Well,
I don't have any
maybe we should
tattoos
have a
yet, but-
tattoo artist vendor there to just put Lone Raspberry tattoos.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, maybe.
That would be awesome.
That
would
would
be
be so cool. Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did a walkthrough of the venue yesterday just to make sure there was room for everybody. It's going to be pretty awesome.
Awesome.
Yes, nice.
So,
Yeah.
So I want to know how is it working with the young Daryl Rubio back in the day to make that compilation Punk Go Ska, and then like you shot him out, like we said on the Roxbury Barmaid, reggae.
So Daryl, I have to say that I would say you're maybe the first like real promoter that did ska shows that actually took us seriously, and we thank you for that sincerely.
Yeah.
And
Thank
then you
you.
asked us to be on the compilation, and the memory I have of you was you said, "Man, I got to get the tape, I got to get the song, like we got to get this thing to press." And then I drove up to your apartment. I don't know if you remember this. And I told the band, and I went and talked to our recording engineer. I'm like, "Hey, we gotta mix this song first. Daryl needs it for this compilation." And so that was the first song we mixed. I
Was
ran
I
up
in
to your
San
house.
Pedro at the time?
No, you were like West Covina or something up like the 57.
Oh, okay.
Where was that?
Um, Monterey. No. When did the Punko Ska came out in '97? So
96.
I was in Pedro.
You were?
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, I lived in
I
Placentia. I
think.
didn't know where anything else was. Anyway, I went to your
Oh
apartment,
no, I was in San Gabriel.
San Gabriel.
I
Okay.
was in San Gabriel because I had the my buddy and I had a place, and he I made I it was a garage that was converted into like my office, and there was
Yeah.
another part that had all the where all the CDs and stuff were, and then he had a big pool table in the middle of
Yeah.
everything that just cramped my style. But yeah, I remember that.
So
That
so
was
I
that was
we
kind of the end of Stiff Dog.
so Jose, to answer your question,
Yeah.
so I drive all the way up there like on a Friday night. He's stressing me out.
Uh-huh.
Lone Raspberries, we gotta get this stuff, you know. So I roll in with the little mini DAT back then, or maybe it was actual like a CD, like a cut CD. I think that's probably what burned CD. I said, "Hey Daryl, here it is." And you're like, "Cool, man." And you were just sitting there watching TV, like, "Cool, man, thanks." And you just kind of put it aside and you're like, "Have a seat." And then I was just like, we just kind of watched TV for a little while. And I was like, I drove all the way up here on Friday night. There's no urgency at all. Like, what do you think I'm nuts? I will never forget that.
Well, you know, when a record guy or promoter, whoever deals with bands, you
Yeah.
gotta do stuff like way ahead,
I know, yeah,
so
for sure.
that you get there on time.
For sure. But even then, like,
Sure.
especially, back then, especially like just kind of, I was like strictly business. Like, I thought I was going to hand it to you and you'd be like, "Thank you very much. See you later." But you're
You
just like,
plug it
"Yeah,
in.
oh, you
Like,
want to drink?" I'm like, "Are we
Man,
hanging out
I,
now?"
I had been booking shows and managing bands and being on tour and everything like that for years already by then. So I
Yeah.
was kind of
Yeah.
jaded by the whole thing already.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Dex thought you were gonna plug it in and like save the
Like,
day.
yeah, send it in right away. Oh, thank you.
This is
Oh, yes, now we can
awesome.
do it now.
Oh, finally, we can go to
I
press.
have brought
Yeah.
this
There
for
was,
you.
there was a lot of bands that didn't make it on there. Like Assorted Jelly Beans couldn't get their dad
Yeah.
on time either, so they didn't make it. There was a few that I think I
Dude,
said it
28
before.
songs? Wow.
That's a lot of songs, man.
Yeah, it's too many.
Yeah.
That was too many. We got this when we were on the Hippos were on tour in '97 is when we got the CD, so we were able to sell that on the road.
Oh, that's cool.
Safe Paris.
And anyone else have any Daryl memories? Rick, Colonia, Jamie?
Maybe stiffing you on pay? Is there anything like that?
No, it was only.
That's what it is.
I
Is that
remember
why you guys are called
Melania.
Stiff Dog Records?
Yeah,
I never even thought of that.
that's good.
I remember
Oh,
you.
God.
Well, I remember like when I first joined a band called Meal Ticket, like you put out one of their songs, but I wasn't.
It was
That
it was
wasn't-
no, it wasn't Bliss. It was not Heavy Heart. What the hell was it?
His or Heavy Heart, yeah.
No, it was oh, it's stupid. I have the thing right here.
I was going to say.
Meal Ticket. Oh, no message here. Oh, you know what the funny thing is? Your manager Amanda Harrison was the one who
Oh,
pointed out to me. It pointed out to me that it skipped. The track was skipping on here, so I didn't even notice that in the mix.
Yeah.
That was my bad. But then I think we redid it for like the third press.
Fault. That it was definitely not your fault. I remember I joined the band at that time, and then and like she's like, "Do you know how to play this?" I'm like, "Yeah." She got, "Show me." I'm like, "Seriously?" Like, no. Like and at
She
that
wanted you
time,
to play like Bill.
huh?
She wanted you to play like Bill.
Oh no, I played better than Bill.
Uh-oh.
So, come on, Chris.
Modest.
Yeah,
I mean, modest. I mean, that's what we appreciate about you. Yes, that's true.
yeah. Well, I mean, Dennis like is the first one to like call me. It was like the that movie Rockstar, and like they go like, do you want to play for this band? I'm like, shut up, Mike. I thought it was my friend Mike,
Uh-huh.
and I thought it was like him messing with me. And then like I hung up the phone, and he called me back. He's like, dude, it's Dennis. I'm like, okay, cool. And so anyway, so things went on from there. And then but Amanda, I mean, she was actually a really cool manager.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
she was really cool. Everyone was cool back then.
yeah.
Yeah, because it was like back then it was Hippos and Meal Ticket was just like brothers and sisters. It was just we were always doing stuff together.
Yeah. Yeah, the scofflaws and like I mean like everyone, even like oh my gosh, like so many cool bands.
Well, you guys played with a lot of the bands on the. You guys were on the California Ska Quake 2 also because you guys played that show.
Yep.
And that was what Miracle Man was on that. I think was it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, was it? Okay.
Colonia.
I don't know what's on that one.
Miracle Man.
I'm not the one that has it behind me. What do you want from me?
I think, are we number 5 on there?
I don't know. It's not numbered.
All
This
right.
is Luis from Steady Beat compiled this with Steve from Moon.
Mm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9th.
9.
All right.
It was still like I mean, all of it was like just cool as heck. You know, like I seriously loved recording everything with all of these people. With Jamie, with Dex, with John, with Chris. Like I mean, like we had like such a time, and such a time with like the two Johns, and it was just like amazing that we like put together like this money as like kids, and we got together all these funds and stuff like that, and like people are going like, so you guys are like 15, 16, 17, 18, and then we're like, yeah. They're like, how do you do this? We're like, how do we not? And then, but it was just,
Well,
it was,
I mean, except for John, our bass player, he was like 50 at the time, but you know.
Yeah. I just can't imagine, like, I don't know, like kids nowadays like pulling that off. Well, I mean, I'm sure Jeff, your kids are musical, but I don't know, like in my neighborhood, I don't see kids playing bands. I don't hear no bands playing in their backyards.
Well, they have a lot. They have a lot easier time pulling it off now because there's just so much like tech wise. I mean, there's just so much you can do with nothing, and then just like you can create so much easier now as opposed to okay, we need to have a demo, so we're gonna take a cassette player and just put it in the middle of the garage and press record, and we'll use that to get us shows. As opposed to now, it's like no, you can have a full blown recording studio in your laptop and get it for nothing and record whatever you want. You can do it now.
Yeah, you can do it with like Apple Music, but like we created a band out of nothing and recorded, and
Nice.
like,
So I got a quick little fun question. Is there a non-ska song that people would think you wouldn't listen to?
oh, Bray. Wait, you mean on our album? Or what do you mean?
From somebody else, or
Oh yeah, somebody else. Like just like anybody. Yeah, like
that's a good question.
Like if one of you was a Swiftie or something, right?
yeah,
yeah,
like a Swiftie,
you mean like a guilty pleasure?
yeah. There you go.
you guys go like
I'm scrolling through my Spotify list right now.
Well, I'm just thinking, Mike, because I don't go back and listen to stuff that I don't like. So it's like, I don't know if I've got anything that's like, music that's like, what would be like a guilty pleasure? I don't know. I'm using my phone to do this interview, so I can't go back and look at the catalog that's currently in my phone. But I don't know. I like most of the stuff I go back and listen to. Otherwise, why do I have it still in my phone for the most part?
So, I mean, I don't know. I'll be honest. There's there's a lot of doom metal that I just absolutely love.
New
So
metal. Nice.
most people, there's a band from Italy called Wizard Master that I think they have the best album of 2022.
Okay. Okay.
So yes, and my brother John would say something similar. Like he doesn't have long hair, but he is a total like huge metal fan.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Yeah,
All right.
right, Lonnie, eh? You were laughing, but it's true.
I didn't comment. I didn't need to.
Yes, Chris. Do it.
Anything else?
Well, no. I'm you know
Are
me.
you gonna
I'll
say
step
Taylor
in. I don't
Swift?
care. Oh, such a Swiftie. Yeah, no, not so much. Plus, plus I'm an Eagles fan, so I'm not really into people that are dating people from Kansas City so much or engaged to them now. So yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to ask a question for Jamie. Jamie, what challenges did you face as a female fronting this band? Any challenges or obstacles that you faced? If there were, what were these?
Oh, I guess that's a good question. Oh, I wasn't prepared for that one. Um, er,
Because sometimes people don't take, or back then didn't
oh,
take
back then, you're right.
female musicians, like, because we asked, Karen and Megan on Chase Long Beach yesterday about that, and that was one of their things. People weren't taking them seriously. They thought, oh, you're not really part of the band. You're just like a, merch person or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, people at school would kind of snicker at me, like maybe because of my style. They didn't understand what ska was and like, what are you wearing? Um, but no, I mean, I don't think they didn't take me seriously. But I mean, some people, I remember this one place they wouldn't let us sing. Do you remember that? And I was not even the youngest person at the band. Do you remember that, Dex?
Frog?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that I stepped
But it
up.
was because it was because I was a female, I think. So that
Yeah.
made me feel bad. But other than that, like I felt confident being the singer always. I mean, some people would ask me like, "Oh, what instrument do you play in the band?" And I'd be like, "I'm the singer," but no one ever was like,
I got actually really mad at that time, and then I went up to the owner, and I'm the one who like went up to him and like said like you cannot speak to this woman like that.
yeah. I mean, I wasn't the youngest there. I was not the oldest, but I was,
Yeah.
I was even 18 at the time, I think, at the time, probably.
Johnny was scared. I don't remember
Older
that
than Rick.
story. What city was the fog in?
It was in
Longdale?
Hawthorne.
Senior frogs?
Right? Yeah.
They were
Senior
gonna
Frog
do
Frogs.
blood wrestling.
That place is a
They're gonna
dive.
That's right. That's right. We talk about that on the CD. Frogs
Yeah.
in Lawndale is the worst place to play. That's right. That was a total mess.
They were not gonna let me, and I'm the singer.
Yeah.
They weren't not gonna let me stay. And I'm like, I'm not the
Wow.
youngest one here. I'm actually of age. Like, here's my
Yeah.
ID. They were
I
like, nope, you gotta go. And I'm like,
Yeah,
Huh.
I stepped up to the owner and I go, you cannot talk to her this way, and like, and he
yeah,
came
but
out.
they were gonna
and
let them stay, and some of them were younger than even me. I just thought it was the strangest thing how they were treating me. So I
Wow.
guess to answer your question, that was the only time that I was treated that way for being a female. But other than that, I don't know. I felt confident because I had these guys backing me all the time. But yeah, no, I was always pretty confident everywhere we went.
So Jamie, did you ever not feel like in Lone Raspberry, did you ever feel like you weren't an equal or like unheard or any of that stuff?
No, I mean, do you remember I tried to pick up an instrument and to kind of feel like I was more part of the band?
Yeah.
Saxophone.
Yeah,
Oh, mhm.
but that, I mean, I just felt good holding it in pictures, but I wasn't really great.
I remember-
So, the secret for any of the non-musicians that are going to watch this is singing is the most difficult instrument. And the fact that Jamie can actually sing is an incredible blessing to us because there's a million bands out there where the singer can't sing, especially in third wave ska.
Well, I
So we
remember.
appreciate it.
Thanks. I remember because we were so loud. I don't think you guys actually thought I could sing until we actually recorded.
That's
And I
true.
remember one time looking up because you guys were in that window and I was just kind of in my own world and I had the headphones on and everything like that. And I looked up and you guys were like jumping up and down like you had just won the lottery or something. And I was just like, what? I almost stopped singing and then the doors ran like opened, ripped open. You guys ran out and you was like, yeah, that sounded awesome. You so good. You can sing. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, we could never hear you. And I don't know.
No, it's true. We had never heard like the subtlety of your voice or the vibrato or any of that stuff. And here's a little fun fact. The song Lois and Clark, our recording engineer had recorded a bunch of jazz bands and stuff. He told my older brother John, he's like, hey, don't tell anyone, but that's my favorite song I've ever recorded. So Jamie has a lot to do with you, and he spent all that time on the weekend, didn't charge us to have like the delay on your voice and other miscellaneous stuff, which back then was complicated, unlike now, right? But
yeah, I don't think
yeah,
people realize all the little sounds that are, in there and
yeah,
the whispering and like all these little things and the little I love the little piano as a colonia in the background. It just
yeah.
yeah, actually was one of my favorite songs ever too. When I listen to it, it's always like special in
Yeah.
my heart.
So I would say like from one of the male guys in Lone Raspberry, there's seven guys and one girl. That's a lyrical reference right there. What song is that, Jamie?
Lone Raspberry.
Yeah, this Lone Raspberry song. Seven guys and one girl. I don't really mind much, whatever it is. We always had total respect for Jamie and always treated her like an equal. And so I'm glad that was your perception too, Jamie, because that was super intentional. We had nothing but respect for you.
Thank you. Yeah, no one was ever awful to me. Everyone was always awesome. I always felt like you guys were my best friends.
Yeah, totally.
I found
Nice.
a wiki. I found a flyer, an old ass flyer from you're right, it's frogs. I thought it was called Senior Frogs.
No.
Oh my gosh, we had a flyer for that.
96.
That's
Dave
crazy. How
Wakely,
did you find that?
Dave
Wow.
Wakely, Mobtown, Out of Order, Melty
Oh,
Pot,
wow.
and the Hippos.
Yeah.
September 96.
Yep.
Wow.
A
That's
K-Rock
quite the
show.
lineup.
A K-Rock
Yeah.
show.
So that was not the show
With
we.
Wakeling on there.
Yeah,
That's
that
funny.
wasn't the show we played though. I don't remember who we played with, right, guys?
They wouldn't let me stay.
Wow. My next question was going to be any crazy venues that you played at, and I guess that would be one of them right there.
I can think of like the weirdest show we ever did easily has got to be didn't we played a rave at one point, didn't we?
A rave?
Oh,
What?
yeah, you're right.
Rick,
Oh,
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that happened.
Like a
Yeah.
Disneyland like thing.
It was
Was
it
that-
was in Anaheim. I remember that much, and it was relatively close to Disneyland.
Yeah, it was
and
the
yeah,
Dragon Ball
we
Z.
Yep.
That was Dragon
Dragon Ball Z was like on the it was on the
like my sister was
the marketing.
Yeah.
What was that? On a rave? Oh, sorry. Sorry.
You know, well, think about it. I mean, how does that meshing sound to you in your head, especially at the '90s? So you can imagine how well we were, received at a show that was like what there was like what I don't know 6, 7 people there. I mean, it was like there was no one there, and then the people that were there are like just like tripping out, like tripping balls, like right in front of the speakers.
They were doing like the speaker thing, like they were doing like that speaker stuff, like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
right.
So the background of that show is a friend of ours put on. He wanted to be a promoter, and he rented out a ballroom and threw this house or deep house or I can't tell the difference, whatever it was. And they literally then no one showed up because
Wow.
why major promotion show. I think he lost his shirt on it. Really sad. But like Colonia said, at some point they stopped the music and it's like, hey, here's Lone Raspberry, and everyone's just like, what the hell are we doing here? So I don't know. That was definitely unusual.
Yeah, that's a change from.
Exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Well, he
It was good
loved
times.
our band. He came to like
Yeah.
all of our shows.
He's a
would
great
bring
guy.
His friends,
He
and
was-
so he thought he wanted to mash the two.
Hmm. Maybe in the future we can do that.
Yeah.
E&D ska.
Oh sure.
You
Yeah,
know?
well,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of our songs we can put to a rave bed in the
Yeah,
background,
that'd be awesome. Actually,
just tripping out. I mean, Lord knows we could pretty easily. That's what's funny about that.
yeah.
Now, back in
Dex,
the day,
that'll be the new
back in the
single.
day, back in the 90s,
Yeah.
back in the 90s, compilations were a really big deal for learning about new bands. Do you feel that
Yep.
your band has gained more exposure from being on some of these compilations?
Anybody want to take that?
Oh, I think so.
I will.
Yeah, especially back then. Oh my gosh, yeah, because just things just were not as widespread or just as easily accessible. So like back in the 90s, oh my gosh, yeah, if you were on a compilation, yeah, you were pretty much, helping putting your band on the map. I mean, you'd have like all the, the compilations we were already talking about and stuff from like, like when Halpern was putting out like Vegas record comps and all that too. Same deal that you'd hit those comps and yeah, you'd get immediately more exposure depending on where the bands were touring. And if they weren't touring, then you were part of like, people on the East Coast would pick up on it too, because then they were being sold at those shows. So yeah, I mean, back then, yeah, it was a nice way to help promote the bands for sure.
Yeah, I totally remember when John got started. He gave me a call and he's all, how do you put out a CD? So I helped him, and because somebody helped me before, and then now
Yeah.
that's what it's just you just keep running it down the line, and so Luis from Steady Beat taught me everything I knew, so that's that's how I keep. And Jose's got a lot of thing going on now. So I mean, yeah, compilations are awesome. Vegas and JFC and everything. I mean, John even with Stay for Recordings and doing the Bite Me Bambi and all this other stuff that he's doing in the Long Beach area. It's pretty awesome.
Yep.
So I still stay in touch with that guy.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, that's you seriously have to like stay in touch with everybody. Like I stay in touch with everybody that I've ever been on a compilation on, and I think compilations are good because I've been on like a ton of them, and like some of them are actually like really horrible, and some of them are amazing. Like just like Punko Scott. I mean, like look what that did to us. Like seriously, like it's seriously like one of our best songs, and I love that song, even though I sound like totally metal on it, whatever. But it does go ska, and it's so much fun. Like
Yeah.
Metal goes ska. That wouldn't be it's not as catchy sounding.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew from Two Hep put out the Metallica album with all the different metal bands, ska metal, like Thumper and bands from the East Coast doing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I got a quick little fun question again. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? Jamie.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, okay.
And especially if there's jalapeno on it too.
Yes.
Oh, yes, the jalapeno couple? Okay.
Sweet and the spicy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Colonia. Hey, Colonia, you told me about 3 weeks ago, you said, I'll eat whatever pizza. And then Jamie and Mike had that like combo pizza, and you're like, I didn't say like anything. I said I was flexible. I was like, what?
I mean, you were offering me free pizza. I mean, I was trying to be polite.
So yeah, that's when I went on a pepperoni for Colonia, Mr. Flexible. I had to go buy pepperoni pizza. Jamie, this is
you don't want warm pineapple. I mean, come on, dude. Oh.
Well, I'm all for it. I'm not allowed to order it because of a family of 5. I'm the only one who actually likes it. So I don't know.
All right, Ricky, yes or no?
Well, pineapple on pizza.
Yes.
I'll do fudge.
Fudge? You'll do fudge on pizza? Or?
No. I didn't want to curse because like I have friends in this band.
We've covered that.
I don't like. Anyway, they know why I'm trying to.
That have never heard of the F word? Is that what you're saying?
Fuck you.
See? Exactly. Anyway, exactly.
No. Like I like tapatio and stuff on pizza. I mean, I know it doesn't like belong on like Italian food, but I still like it. But so yeah, no, I'll just okay. Yeah.
Right,
Which
good.
pineapple?
Cool.
Spicy.
So you put pineapple and tapatio?
No, I don't like pineapple on it. I'll
Okay.
I'll put tapatio, and then I'll put tapatio and like a little bit of like avocado, Yeah, I'm Mexican.
Está bien, está bien, está bien, Conan. I never tried avocado on the pizza. I gotta do that. Have you tried chorizo on the pizza though?
Oh my
hell
God.
yeah.
Okay,
Are
right
you
there.
serious?
Chorizo on pizza,
And I
bro.
have it right here.
He has some right now.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
chorizo and jalapeno.
He's going to show you.
Chorizo's good on anything, you guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chorizo con
Sure.
huevos.
Is he actually going to get a pizza?
Yeah, he's going to
Oh
show
no,
you.
yeah,
There it
chorizo.
is.
Oh, he's going to show you his
Oh, he's
chorizo.
Oh,
Is
no
it soy
chorizo,
miso?
chorizo. Oh no.
Is it soy miso or
There's
chorizo?
kids.
He's like, I've got one right here. Hold on.
Soy riso.
Soy
Now-
miso is good too.
Now,
Yeah.
what are each of your pet peeves and addictions?
Oh my God, alcohol.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Ricky's going first?
Yeah, Ricky, alcohol. All right. What's your favorite
No.
alcohol?
I actually
Oh.
like sugary like stuff, and I'm like a huge fan of non-dairy ice cream, and I love it. Okay.
I'll go. I have a sweet tooth as well, like ice cream, frozen yogurt, anything with sugar in it, chocolate cake.
Mm.
I love it. It's pet peeves. I don't know. I'm really uptight, so it's probably like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Join the
let's
club.
start with that.
My kids. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Okay, just kidding. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that one. I'm sure I have a lot. What about you guys?
Dad, what did you say about us on that interview? That's terrible.
Exactly.
Nice. So I got one last. Oh, Peppy, Jamie's. Fine.
Oh, pet peeves. Oh, lazy people. I'm a recruiter, and I have to remind people constantly to do things. So I just love when people do things that they're supposed to do and aren't lazy. So that's my pet peeve, like laziness. And then what was the other one?
Addiction.
Oh, I love dogs. I'm obsessed with dogs. I have 5 dogs, but actually 4 now. So
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I love my doggies.
What about you, Chris? I'm dying to know the answer here.
Let's see. Pet peeves. I don't know if I have it. I'm trying to think of like what would be like a really good one. Like I don't know what my nails on the chalkboard is offhand. I mean, addictions, that's easy. I mean, we were already talking about pizza and and sweet things, and I'm like, you see me walking around, and I'm like, in high school, I wasn't the guy that was playing football. I was the one that was playing, Madden on PlayStation. So like video games was always like my was always kind of like my out. That if it wasn't music, I mean, music has always been the the stabilizing thing that I could always like go to, because I can always just sit down at the piano and just start playing and just let like music just kind of flow out of me. But like, I don't know. I think I'm at a point now where I'm just old enough where like pet peeve stuff, like I don't know, a lot of little things that would have bothered me 20, 30 years ago. Now it's just like, that's cool.
Way to go. Yeah.
Red lights.
Right.
All right. I'll tell you what. All right. I'll piggyback on that. Okay, I definitely have a pet peeve, like driving, tailgating. Dude, if you're tailgating me, you're getting brake check.
Colonia,
Straight up.
hold on. Colonia, you got a ticket for tailgating
Yes, you did.
on the 55 South on the way to the Roxbury South, and you relate to the show. So you are such a hypocrite right now. Obviously, you were 18.
All right.
No, we
Dude, I'll tell that story.
How the towels have changed.
And
So, all right, so we're on our way. Dude, I'll tell it now that you've gone there.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
hear it.
Yeah, I remember this. So we're on our way to a gig, and I'm following someone, mind you. I'm not like just like tailgating like random cars on the freeway. Yeah, we're going to a gig, and so I'm following someone, and Johnny Truth's in the car with me too, and so we're going, and like either Rick and them, I think, were in the car in front of us, and so we're going along. Were you behind me or were you in front of me?
I was in front of you with a Toyota.
Okay.
And then
Okay, so I'm trying to follow you to a gig, and so we're driving along, and all of a sudden I see like blue and red lights behind me, and they're pulling me over. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I pull over, and the cop comes up to me. He's like, yeah, okay, license and registration. Now, mind you, I have no idea what he's pulled me over for at this point. So he takes my license. He's back there for a while, and he finally comes up. He's like, "Okay, just sign here, please." I was like, "Wait, what? What am I getting pulled over for? I don't understand what I'm signing this for." He's like, "Okay, would you step out of the car, please?"
What?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So Johnny and I get out, and the guy and the cut. This guy was something else. And he's like, "Yeah, I don't care if you sign this because we can just go downtown right now." And I'm like, "Dude, what am I being pulled over for?" Is all I'm asking. He's like, "Well, I thought you were driving drunk." I'm like, "You think I'm drunk?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, what?" Well, he's like, "Well, how fast do you think you were going?" I'm like, "I
It was
mean,
like
I don't know. I think I topped."
noon.
I mean, we were going a decent clip, but we're still going with the flow of traffic. And so I was like, I'm like, I don't know. I think I topped out at around, I don't know. We were going like 70. He's like, "Yeah, I clocked you at 80. I'm like, "Okay." And so that's why you thought I was drunk? He's like, "Well, I saw you make a 2-lane change at one point." I'm like, "Okay. You see that car that's pulled over in front of us over there? I'm following them." So they got over a lane at one point. So I had to drop back because there was a car between us, and they got over another lane. And then I made a 2-lane change. He's like, "Yeah, well, you were following them way too close. So I'm giving you a ticket for tailgating." And I'm like,
Oh wow.
You
"What?"
guys. Hey,
Wow.
Jose.
Yeah,
Jose,
Yeah.
he was
30
something
years
else.
30 years later, someone needs to go to therapy because he recounted every little detail of that story. And he just said he
Well,
let
dude,
stuff. He just said, Claudia, you just said you let stuff go, and now you're like so detailed. And the pizza thing, I can't even trust you anymore.
The truth comes out, bro. Oh my god.
see,
Hey, this interview
the
is
reason,
very therapeutic, I feel, right?
sure, I feel like I've gotten along off my chest now. Thank you, Dennis.
Good.
That's
Good.
true.
All right, I got one
It's
final
funny. I was
question.
recalling this to someone recently, is why it's fresh on my brain. But go ahead, Jose.
Okay.
All right,
So
all right,
I got
all right.
one final question.
Okay.
Picture Ska History Hour viewers discovering Lone Raspberry for the very first time. Which track should they queue up and why? Let's go with Jamie.
Oh, well, we know how much you love the mortician.
Yes, I do.
Get people going.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I would say Miracle Man. I just feel it just goes so fast and it's
What are you
why are you
laughing at?
laughing? Is
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
not because of Jonas, but because
God.
no, I think it's just it's a crowd pleaser. I just feel like people really like it.
I used that song actually in one of my edits. So yeah, that's a pretty good song.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm curious, Clonie, what's your answer? I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean, Miracle Man's is a good one to gravitate towards. I mean, I like Lois and Clark too, and it's funny before we started, like rehearsing that the other day. Like, I just remember that song. So I'm like, I don't remember this song at all. It's at first, and then yeah, and then after we went over a couple times, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's the riding the bike effect. It's like, and then it just all sort of floods back, and then like, yeah, now that I've had a chance to really go back and listen to it and have fun with it, yeah, I like that. I like Lois and Clark quite a bit.
What about you, Rick?
Hey, oh, stop it. Come here. Come here, lovely.
I thought you were asking the dog. Sorry, go ahead.
I am. I actually really like the Mortician, just because when Dex like threw out like the lyrics, and it was like one of our first recording studios, and he like started screaming it, and I was like, okay, this is exactly what I was like picturing, and he did it, and it's just like it's really what I wanted, because I was really into like the Sex Pistols and the Clash at that time, and like the minor chords, like we joked about on the TikTok, not TikTok, but whatever, but like the minor chords and stuff like that. It's like the Cure and like blah, 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 whatever. It's like that's not even ska, but we made it ska, and so that was like freaking loved every part of that. And then and he wrote the lyrics, and he wrote about John, and it was like it was perfect. So everything that he wrote about it, it was a true story, and so I just think it's like a rad flippin' song.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
So we have a lot of songs that like were intentionally like big numbers. Like I'm looking at my list, like Miracle Man, Punko Ska, like those type of like you say it in the next chorus, you can sing along kind of intentionally, right? It's like a tagline.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of my favorite Lone Raspberry songs is They're Gone because
Ah,
it's more serious, which I really like. Our other stuff is, I'm going to say not say childish, but obviously we'd all laugh about that. But, you know, They're Gone is like a good breakup song. Rick's voice on it is awesome. Jamie's voice is awesome. I think that's probably one of our best like written songs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then the runner-up for me would be like Lois and Clark. I mean, I wrote that song, but detaching myself from it, I really like the performance of it, and it's different than all of our other songs on the CD or record or whatever we're gonna call it now. But They're Gone is my top pick.
I didn't know that, Dex.
Yeah.
that was one of my favorites, including
Yeah.
Skins also.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Skins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Skins, that's a
Cool.
true story too.
Yeah.
Our buddy that started to get into like the racist skinhead crap.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He turned it around though.
Good.
Right.
Cool. That was my last question, Daryl.
Oh, okay. Now, what does the future hold for Lone Raspberry? Is there going to be any new material coming out? Any other shows? What's happening with you guys?
None of us know how to answer this question.
I mean, it's too soon. I think in another 30 years we'll have matured enough. Really, at that point, I think we'll be ready to release some new music then. So I think just check in with us in about 30 years, and we'll be all set.
Okay.
We'll only be in our late 70s. No big deal, right?
Yeah.
No,
Fine.
Maybe if we record right now, we can release something in 30 years.
I'll be ready for you guys.
There.
I was I don't know. I was talking to Clonier and saying some ridiculous stuff a few weeks ago, and I was like, "How about a new single?" And Clonier, I think you said yes to that one, right?
I already
Yeah, I'm
said
easy.
yes.
Sure.
Wait, what's
I
that,
said
Rick?
yes to you.
Yeah, I know you did. I want to get Clonier's. I want it to be on the record here. I know Jamie would say yes. It's Clonier's who's got to buy in.
I told you I'd do it. I already said
Okay,
yes. Yeah.
and then after that, then I
Not
said,
that hard to sell.
then I said, which later I thought that's ridiculous. I'm like, what about a new album? And Clonier's like, wait, what? And then
I've already 5.
Oh, see, Ricky got 5 right there.
Yeah. So then I realized, I don't know, Daryl, Jamie, what do you think our songs would be about? I raising kids.
Well,
I don't know.
We're absolutely not going to do that thing anymore.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think what we're gonna do is hit the reunion, see how it goes, talk about it. We're just kind of riding the high right now, not putting any pressure on ourselves after October 18th,
Now you can say you're parents of the horn now.
Yes.
Parents of the horn.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yes.
Daryl, check this out. I'm just.
This is a new single.
All right.
That's
Get
it.
Jose to record that. He'll get you in the studio.
Wink.
Now we kind of know this question. Where can we find your music, both physical and digital?
So digital, it's all on Spotify, which is awesome, and Apple Music and everything else.
Yeah.
There is no physical copy yet.
Not yet.
But with any luck, Jose,
Yes. There's a little physical copy.
there's a test pressing.
That's pressing.
Got one.
Plan, yes,
1, 2.
coinciding with the reunion. Hopefully, with any luck, if everything lines up,
Yes.
we'll have physical copies at the reunion show.
Oh.
With
And I
any
think
luck.
Jose's already made sure that it will be there.
Yes, well, we're waiting on some artwork and for some stars to align, but yes, that is our plan. It's our goal.
If not, I'm just gonna, bring a bunch of old, Jeffrey's fan club merch and just throw it out for kids.
I'll bring some meal ticket shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
There you go. Perfect.
Awesome.
Finally be able to get rid of it.
yeah.
Now, does your band have any last words for your fans out there and the viewers of this channel?
I say if you're still a fan, thank you so much for being a fan this long. And if you're a new fan, thank you too. Thanks for listening to us now and hearing our story.
Yeah, well, that's good. I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we appreciate the time you all took out of your lives to speak with us.
Daryl.
Yeah.
Really quick. Can you I just want to hear like Jeff, like real quick, because he has been like, since we got together, he's been pretty much like the senior, like, dude, he's just been like the master, like, and I just want to hear what he has to say, if you don't mind, really
Sure.
quick.
Sure. When he says senior, he's referring to my hair.
Oh,
So, just to be clear on that,
Why wear a hat?
Lone Raspberry is really special to me. I learned an instrument to start the band. Some of my favorite memories are with the band and with these characters. I knew that if we were going to get back together for whatever reason, I was going to have to be the one to do it. Not because anyone else wanted to do it, but I felt like as the founder that maybe it would be, maybe best received if I kind of started it. And to my surprise, not surprise, but to my great delight, everyone was on board. As far as to the fans, I will say maybe our stuff is a little bit different than a lot of the other third wave bands. Um, I feel like we kind of maybe broke up before we had a chance to get, a bigger following. But really, I think when people listen to these songs, they got to know again, it's a time capsule, and some of the stuff is totally genuine from the heart from a bunch of like 17-year-olds. And the fact that we have the opportunity to play a show, and I've already talked to like at least one high school kid who was like, dude, I love this stuff. I listen to it all the time. It's very cool. It's very, very cool. This is going so much better than I think that we would have expected. The fact that people actually care,
Mhm.
it's very touching.
yeah, I love that. That was pretty much the touching, what I wanted to hear, because I know that he started this and he asked me, and then we recruited, like, and just asked different people, and uh, like, we just made friends. We made a family, and seriously, like, we made a family, and it was like this whole like Orange County thing, and we seriously made a family, and I fucking love every single person that has ever been involved in this. And I do want to do a thing really quick. Um, I wanna make a memorial for his name is Todd Jensen. He taught me how to play guitar, and Mike Howden, who was also in the band, he was part of the family as well. And so I just wanted to give a quick shout out to both of them. They were both in the band, and we love them, all of us.
Yeah, just for clarity on that. So Mike was our first bass trombone player, and he tragically passed away a couple years ago out of nowhere at a very young age. I think it's like 45 or somewhere whereabouts. We lost Jamie's dad. How long has that been now, Jamie?
9 years.
9 years. He was a major contributor to the band. His voice is on the album. Obviously, he raised Jamie, so of course, Lone Raspberry wouldn't exist without him. So yeah, it's over 29 years. You're going to lose people, and it sucks. That's just the reality of it. It sucks.
Yeah. Sorry
Yeah,
to hear
I
that.
saw the guitar in so many of our pictures. Rick would borrow his guitar, his amp, or we'd
Yeah.
borrow his van for all different shows and things like that. But he was a big part of, our band. But yeah, he's definitely missed.
Yep. And he would, oh my gosh, he would be so thrilled
Oh my
to see
gosh.
Jamie at the reunion. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, he wore a Lone Raspberry shirt every day. I think he only had one shirt, but I'm like, Dad, did you wash that this week?
We should have
So
made a second one.
Our number one fan. And he had this like Lone Raspberry sticker on his amp for years, and that thing never fell off. It had like the best glue on the back of that thing. And he did his own shows. He played all over.
Yeah.
But like, he was our number one fan. So yeah, like I have a picture of him on my desk right now, and it was his guitar, and he's on this, like, I have to show you. And like when I'm sitting here practicing and stuff, he's on like a float with his band. They're doing it like he's on a float and he's holding his guitar, but he has that smile on his face, like he did. But I just know he'd be so proud, and he'd be there, right there, at our show. So
when I was playing in England, and I went to Abbey Road, and I held up that sign, and I held up your dad's name.
I know you sent me that picture. That was so awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that.
He was amazing, and I loved all the fenders that he used to let me use. Like that, like seriously, this whole thing, this of Lone Raspberry, it's not even like a get back together. It seriously is a family. All of us know each other from high school, and it's a family.
Yeah.
It really is.
This is the most sentimental ska interview ever. People always say, "Oh, ska, it's such happy music," and now it's like we're getting into the real human being stuff on the backside of it, right? Which is cool. Which is cool. However,
I was going to chime in a minute anyways, just to say, I'm like, if this goes much longer, my phone's going to die on me in about 2 minutes.
I know.
Anyway,
I think
so,
we're going to let Daryl wrap it up. Daryl, wrap it up, man.
All right. So we want to thank you all for sharing the time away from your families and work and everything else to speak with us. We're very excited to see the band October 18th at the Rude Girl Riot Ska Festival. Tickets at Eventbrite, October 18th, 2 p.m. Lone Raspberry is going to be 6 p.m. Thank you all. Hold on real quick, and we will see you soon, okay?
That was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Hello, Skankers. Jose here, aka Skanking Force. Would you like to win a free Ska Box? It's as easy as following Ska Box Rocks and Stiff Dog Records on Instagram and Facebook. And subscribe to Ska History Hour on YouTube and comment Ska Box Rocks in any video to enter. Good luck!